Welcome to episode 53 of Around the Mage Table. It is your boy Frank. I am joined by three GenConners. We'll start with saying hi to Lithian. Lithian, you're looking mighty thin lately. Have you been hitting the gym, losing a little weight?
No. I'm just a fat Filipino.
Why would anyone make you feel like you're fat, Lithian? What would possibly happen to make you feel that way?
One of my good friends thought I was fat.
So listen.
Oh,
I hadn't
Scrap
seen
Call.
Lithian.
Hey, good to see you. How you doing?
I hadn't seen Lithian in person in like
1 year.
I don't know, 3 years, 2 years.
Oh, has it been
no more.
Okay.
And I saw him and I was like, oh my god, you look so skinny. Because he does. He's trying to gaslight me into thinking he didn't lose weight or whatever. He's like, no, what? So, well, I don't know. Maybe between the years that you like the 3 years you like got fat and then lost the weight. I was trying to figure out why.
Most people get fatter as they get older.
Well, I saw you and the first thing I thought was, hey, you look skinnier. And then we went and saw the Pie Guys. They said the same thing.
No.
Did they?
Okay. And I'm being gaslit. Well, then
Maybe
I said, okay,
know.
maybe you used to look fat. I don't know. What's wrong with saying that?
It's I think, Scrap, it's also the fact that it was the first thing you're like, hey, Lithian, you've lost weight.
Yeah, it's the first thing I thought. I don't actually have a filter between my brain and my mouth.
Very clear.
So, well, hold on. Lithian also got called the sexiest man like someone's ever seen by a drunk guy who was stumbling over himself on the street.
Oh my god, dude.
And I heard he got bought a lot of drinks by a random drunk lady.
What?
Yeah,
Hold on, Lithian. This is lore we have not heard about yet.
Well, we have to break down the GenCon thing.
All right.
Drunk people love Lithian, dude.
I asked you, how you doing, bud? How's GenCon?
Pretty good. The first thing Scrap said to me was not, you look like you've lost weight. She said, oh, hey, it's me. And then we just awkwardly stared at each other. I don't
well, I didn't know you were looking at me like you didn't recognize me. I was like, dude, it's me. Like, I was like, hey.
So from watching afar, because I've been at home packing. We're moving next Monday, literally the day before the season starts. I am very jealous I didn't get to go, or envious I didn't get to go. I have only made me more excited for BlizzCon next September, which it sounds like we're all in to go. Is that right?
I didn't say that.
You damn well better. The podcast demands it.
It depends. We'll see.
Anyways,
it depends.
I see, and I'm gonna put it up on screen real quick. I see that everyone was given you can't really say it that well, but an Around the Mage Table bracelet.
Not everyone.
Well, my two boys who I met there, yeah.
Bracelet check.
Bracelet check. Are you wearing them?
I meant to put it on before we started. I forgot. I took it off.
Wow.
Look, I got them.
So much for friendship.
I don't have my watch or my bracelet on right now.
What about you, Scrap? Are you wearing yours?
I didn't make one for myself yet.
Oh my god.
What she got instead was a Jurassic World bento box I found at Walmart.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna let her give me something without giving her something back.
I told her specifically don't buy me anything, but I still got a box out of it.
Do you guys care if I share some more photos from GenCon?
No, go for it.
Like I asked you were apparently just bar hopping the whole time.
Dude, he was living it up.
Yeah, we me and my buddy, we found a lot of good places to get dinners and had a lot of good cocktails, including this bathtub cocktail at the Social View, which also has a really great spicy shrimp pasta. It was so good.
I have a picture of some ramen.
Look at this picture.
That's my buddy Zach on the left.
You fucking nerds.
Was that from this year?
Yeah, we all got drinks in the hotel, slammed them, and then did this stupid true dungeon thing.
Now, Scrap, I was told by Lithian that you are struggling just as much as you in Mythic Keys staying alive. Is this the event?
Dude, I was the only one playing fair. Like, I was actually taking the hits, and I was being very generous.
Were you RPing your deaths?
Yo, dude, I fell fully on the ground multiple times.
Yeah, you gotta fall down and go to the wall, and the healer has to touch you.
Yeah, dude, I had a healer, like a pocket healer too. She was keeping me. She just like had her eyes on me,
just
like I'm dead.
You.
Yeah, dude, she spent her entire time healing me, pretty much.
All right.
Yeah,
what about this guy and the lore of, I guess, the Filipino guy?
I just saw the Filipino flag, and so I sent it to Lithian.
What was this, a magic tournament?
I saw the sun. Yeah, no, it was like a magic sealed tournament, I guess. You get like a bunch of packs, and you just throw together a deck based on it.
That's
It's
sick.
really
So
fun.
you open the packs day of? Because I've done something like that
Yeah.
before. Okay.
I do Pokemon sealed like every time just because I like to get the cards, and also like for the price you pay, it's cheaper than just buying the packs.
Just
and then also you get to play a fun.
No one will play it.
Yeah. My main issue with like TCG cards is I hate when people just like, every set comes out and people just like net deck the best decks, and it's like, well, I want to play with like my favorite guys, and it's like, well, you're gonna get steamrolled. But this, it's like everybody's even. You're at the mercy of the polls, and so it's just kind of fun and messy. And I love Final Fantasy, so I haven't played Magic in like 10 years, but after it, I was telling my friends, I was like, I hate to admit that Magic is really fun. Like, I hate admitting it because I will not get into it.
Where we pulled X amount of decks, I don't remember, but I've never played honestly any trading card game, but I've never played Magic for certain. And I mean, like, it was chaotic because I was learning as I was playing, but it didn't matter. Like the people we were playing with were just trying.
I will tell you,
it's pretty simple.
I don't play these card games, but I did play Conquest of Fates for 2 hours for Zach.
Did you like it? Zach's raving about it.
It actually is really good. It's really easy, good. And it's really fast.
Huge shout out to Conquest of Fates, right? Like I don't know if you can put up a link on screen or something. I haven't played it, but what's really cool about it is it's 100% free. Yeah. So they have like all the PDFs of all the cards.
Promo right now.
Yeah, and you can print off all the cards. So you can buy packs. Yeah, so you can buy packs, and they'll have like promos and stuff that you can have in the game. It's still pretty new, so I think they're still trying to like build it up. But what's cool about it is they're just like, this new thing. Yes, you truly free to play TCG. They encourage you to print everything out. It's got really cool art. And
it's awesome.
Any physical aspect to it? Do they make money?
Yeah,
off
you can
it
buy. You can buy packs, and there'll be promos in it, and then
they make money. They make money off the decks, so you could buy the decks. You can also, and a lot of people buy the decks for the art because it looks really cool.
Yeah.
I had a whole conversation about proxying with the guy and all this other stuff. They also have some other stuff coming down that they're gonna release related to the lore and everything else. So
that's pretty cool.
It actually is a really good game, and the best part about it is it's like 3 rounds and you're done, and it's just it's pretty straight. So I had fun playing it, but I had to do it for 2 hours for Zach. So
I saw you went shopping and wanted to pick up a shirt for me.
Yeah.
You
it's
can't
my
really
favorite
see it.
one.
There's giant douchebags here.
Yep.
By the way, this drawing, what is up with this like angle?
I know. Who would wear that shirt? Like,
I see it every time I go to Gen Con. I see that shirt.
They have so many just like bad shirts there. Like, it's like literally who would wear that.
Well, speaking of bad shirts, I guess Settlers of Catan.
Dude, Catan had the best shirts, honestly.
Yeah, it's great. It's literally just 3 photorealistic goats, and then it just says Catan, and I'm like, I've never played it, and I need this because just the goats, the sheep and the goats, it's great.
Those are sheep, brother.
I meant to say sheep. Wait,
hold on. Do sheep have horns?
Sheep.
Yeah, it's a ram.
Oh, yeah.
Scrap.
Oh look, not all of us grew up in the Scottish Highlands like you did.
Freaking biology lesson.
All right. Well, that's enough about Gen Con. You guys
getting too much
suck
FOMO,
for going
Frank.
without me. Yes, exactly. And I feel like we need to catch up on a ton of WoW news. So are you guys ready to jump in?
Yeah, I haven't looked at any WoW news in 2 full weeks. So.
I'll be honest, Scrap. I don't think there's a ton of actual things going on. Unofficially or no officially, this will be today is the last day of the season. So tomorrow starts, I guess, pre-season 3 because there isn't fully available like keys and raid. But it should be noted that if you didn't get Cutting Edge tonight, it sounds like you won't be able to get it any longer next week. And I just kind of wanted to say, like, is there anything that you forgot to do before the season ended? I spent my entire weekend when I saw this post doing underpin ? Making sure I got the delve and the undermined character select screens because I didn't know if you could earn those after the season ended. But right now the Race to World Last is going on. I've been watching Max's stream, seeing how people are trying to get their last kill at the very last second. And of course the nerd screams when everyone gets their Gallywix mount because they know no one else in the guild's going to get it. Anything you guys forgot or wish you had done differently?
I just didn't do underpin because I couldn't be bothered. and I don't really care.
You
can
won't. I
literally
was
do
gonna say
it
you
in
won't
5
log in
minutes.
right after this to do it.
No, I don't want to. Do
I didn't do it
You,
either.
you can do it in 2 polls, I swear, like with your item level.
I did it in 3, so.
Yeah. No, I did it. Look, I did it early.
I hear Lithian on
hard.
Blood DK. It's super easy too.
After this, I'm gonna go to bed.
Just sit and it'll die.
The only thing you have to do as Blood DK, other than kicking the bombs, which you don't even have to do after a certain amount of time, would be to have enough DPS to burn a shield. But like, you would probably be fine.
Yeah, I don't care. After this, I've been up since 4 a.m. I flew from Indianapolis today.
Did you guys didn't react? I talked to Thomas again, our Delve friend.
I saw
what's
that.
he on
I saw
about?
that.
Oh, when did that happen?
Well, first off, I had to tell him the bad news. I'm moving, and he was devastated. No one to talk to at gymnastics anymore. No, he asked me a question. He's like, dude, I gotta ask you a question because this is like driving me crazy. He was in a Delve. He was in the Sleuth Streets, the one in Undermine. You know, the one where you like are climbing railings every whatever. And he just kept getting one shot by something. He's like, I have no idea what's happening. He's like talking about how he was searching Wowhead all night trying to find it out. And so I just like pulled out my phone and I was like, all right, let's look at it together. And we spent like 20 minutes there just like combing through everything to figure out what would kill him. And I think I figured it out. They have a variant of that Delve where you can jump off jumping pads to like move between the levels. And I did it earlier that week because like I said, I was trying to get my Delve character select screen. And apparently if you do the very first one, like you can pull the entire dungeon or the Delve like in one go. Like one mob right below you starts running all the way to you and just pulls everything with it. And I said, I'm willing to bet what happened is he just got like shot by mobs that were evading out and then they all hit him at once or something. So yeah.
Small indie company.
Told him to friend us or friend me on BNet. He hasn't yet, so clearly he doesn't give a shit. But I told him to friend us and that we'd carry him to 3K IO next time. So, you know, expect more.
We'll take care of folks.
Expect more hunters being carried.
Oh, a hunter. Nice.
Well,
all of those hunters.
If there's nothing else to talk about the past, we can talk about the future. We have the official patch notes. I'm not going to go through everything. Certainly not going to go through all the class changes. We will talk about the meta in a little bit. But I did want to just kind of give a little PSA here. A couple things that are coming. The first is this week, M0s will be open, which is not necessarily a first because I think they did this technically at the launch of War Within. But they are allowing for you to farm gear from M0s to a degree, of course, because you can only do
Is it once a week still?
Yeah, once a week still.
Yeah.
The Delves up to, I think, 4 or 8, one of those. You know, you can't get great gear out of Delves, but if that's your thing, you can get it there. You can get your Reshi wraps, which Scrap doesn't even know what that is, so she probably won't pay attention.
No clue.
Oh my gosh.
And then there'll be all sorts of like in-game stuff to do, like of course the quests. You can go phase diving. You'll have this new ecological succession thing, which I think is kind of like Pokemon. I'm not sure.
Oh, yes! I'm so excited about this. We didn't talk about that at all. I saw a WoW TikTok about it.
Did like World of Warcraft produce it, or was like someone?
I think it was official. Okay. I don't remember. It was like
the only way you learn is through TikToks.
Yeah, no, that's the only. I'm like a zoomer straight up, but literally, it's like you go to old zones and like collect things. Yeah. It reminds me like the itch I want from archaeology after they've just like no more archaeology is like go back to old zones, chill and get stuff. Like I'm hoping that's gonna scratch that itch. Especially, I love Pokemon. I love collecting creatures. So. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
That's fine. This is for me.
Well, and I know that the second.
Click on it.
Scrap, we've already seen this. Why are you surprised by this?
I didn't see that picture.
No, we talked about this. This is phase 1, right?
We've seen this picture.
And it's. I assume he has to grow because this is not the size of Dalaran, right?
Yeah.
But this is phase 1. All I've heard about it is that we are probably going to have to start either separated or start together and then separate for this phase. But Bach was looking through the journal today to try to like prepare me for taking it. In all honesty, I told him don't worry about it because I'm not going to be able to do it from the journal. Part of me kind of wishes we did that as a raid guild. Like we just never allowed anyone to look at videos or anything, that we just all had to read the journal and figure it out for ourselves, because I feel like that would be so much more fun.
Why would you want to do that? People can't even watch the videos. Like, you think they're gonna read the journal?
Our group has issues with mechanics already, so let's make it double hard.
No, in fairness, half of the people wouldn't even look, and that's fine, right?
Me.
Scrap.
Right.
I've completely, honestly, Frank, here, testament to your raid leading. Your raid leading is so good. I haven't watched a Hazelnutty video all expansion. So
Hazelnutty.
That's the only compliment
I wouldn't
I'm
watch
gonna
that
get all
video to
episodes,
begin
so
with.
wow, don't throw Hazelnut under the bus, because those are the raid notes I normally watch.
Oh,
however, I
hold
haven't
on.
felt the need to.
Are we next season not going to have a pie to race against?
Yeah, we will.
No, we will. I was just saying that their ranks all changed up, and
Okay.
it's complicated.
It's different. It's just different.
It's
different leadership.
We'll have a pie to race against, but not in the same way.
They're more serious.
They're more serious now. Is what we heard.
They're looking to push 4K IO.
Okay.
I don't know about. Did they?
No, they didn't say that. I just made that up.
I heard the raid has gotten more serious though.
Okay. And I mean, honestly, my only problem ever with it was that they just like let pugs in every single day. That was just like hell.
That's not going to happen this time. I don't think
they're
tightening it up. That's what we heard.
Yeah.
So no, well, you can still race.
Yeah. Cool. Well, there is another feature coming that I just felt like we kind of have to do a PSA on, but I'm going to be 100% honest. Blizzard hasn't given us anything. So my PSA for you is log in as quick as you can before reset, and just make sure you have some gold on you, because, you know, when banks get changed, they don't work for like 3 days or whatever. But yeah, they're going to change banks to kind of work, I think, like the Warband bank works.
So not have bags.
Well, you'll have tabs, so I guess that kind of acts as a bag, right?
They're just turning it into like the guild bank.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Just expanding it.
Nostalgia wise, I like the old bank, but it's so not like it's a little outdated. Yeah,
and that's what they're doing. But people are scared. I guess they're gonna delete some things that are old and legacy.
Yeah,
and
they're gonna delete my items.
No, I think they're just making them currency.
Yeah,
no, I have a lot of items I have just for collector's value, like things that I got from quests I liked, or old transmogs.
They may vanish unless you put it in void storage.
I was about to say,
wait, should I do that now?
Put in your bags.
Yeah, you should do that now.
This is a good PSA for me then. Okay, don't let me log off before I do that.
No. You need to move stuff from void storage.
Well, does Scrap even use void storage? Because I'll be honest, this came out and I didn't really understand what was the point.
So void storage was when you had to have the physical transmog in order to transmog. You would put it in void storage, but then they got rid of that at some point.
I guess. I read that right.
So you guys are gonna help me with this afterwards, because you're gonna see my bags have like all kinds of random horseshit items that are just sentimental.
Yeah.
Like remember? I don't remember how I got these, but there was like this Torghast tower thing, and if you didn't click on it, you would just get copies of it, and I just had I have 10 copies of some Fury Warrior ability just because I thought it was funny. Like in my bag. I'll send you a screenshot, Frank, so people know what I'm talking about.
You need to sell everything in your bag just for the season now. Like, get rid
no,
of all
I like what is the bank for me who doesn't interact with the auction house at all? It's for keeping sentimental garbage. I don't want them to take away my sentimental garbage.
Like, remember that time I stole that two-hander from you? I still have it in my bag.
See, that's kind of shit I would keep. You petty fuck. If you actually have it, I'm gonna be so mad. No, but I have there's a sword from Karazhan raid called Despair that looks super sick. It has a heart on it, and I have that still. You know?
Oh my god.
Yeah, but isn't that part of your transmog now?
Yeah, but I'd want to keep the sword, because I just think it's cool to have it. And what else am I bank for besides keeping stuff like that?
Well,
I have my Jathis in there. I have the jailer weapon.
I only keep the things I can't delete, like my artifact weapons and my legendaries that I built. Or
yeah, I have the Heart of Azeroth in there, dog.
Okay, fair enough, right? But that's one. Okay, let's not delve into the messiness of Scrap's bags. I just felt like I should pull this up because people probably don't know what's going to happen. They're going to log in tomorrow, maybe access their bank, maybe not. I haven't accessed mine in years.
I hope they delete all my stuff. I don't care.
Honestly, I wouldn't be upset if it was gone.
Well, at least when I take a screenshot of all my garbage, so I know what they got rid of.
Well,
oh my gosh.
There is also some other things coming with the patch, which include the new Season 3 dungeon pool. There was some blue posts about this, I want to say, Friday? Talking about concerns they were having about the scaling of the players versus the scaling of the dungeons. One of them even pointed out that they felt like Season 2, if you thought Season 2 was easy, it's probably going to be even easier in Season 3. So they made some adjustments to increase health, but reduce damage of mobs, to kind of scale things back in control with keeping up with our damage, but not overscaling the mobs to kill us so easily. So for example, you see here,
that just makes it harder to time keys, man.
I mean, that's what they want to do. They want it to be easy.
Again, they already pointed out, and considering people are doing on the PTR right now, like 19s and 20s already, I would say that's probably, because there is an argument that they have on the PTRs, they have like perfect gear, but they don't have perfect everything. They have like mostly of it. I mean, like the tournament realm.
It makes the tight timers even tighter, because you'll live, but it'll take longer to kill the stuff. So
yeah, but do you think they're not? I don't think this is a result of them saying they want it to take longer than it currently does. They're just trying to bring it back into scale.
I mean, I guess we'll see. I don't know.
I mean, I don't mind this. I'm guessing they have in their head, they're like, by the end of the season, we want like the top players to be timing 25s, like, 1% of players or less, like 0.05 timing 20s, and like, most people doing 15s or whatever. I don't know. So like I guess they're trying to keep in that design philosophy and not just like have key number inflation, but it doesn't seem like they care too much about that in the past. So
well,
we'll see. So I get to mean it doesn't matter what key level you push. You get to a point where it's hard, and that's where I stop pushing. Like, so
we're going to talk about that in a
if
little bit when we talk about the quirks of the wheel.
25.
So we're pushing past that, Scrap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scrap,
okay.
I'm tanking
Dude,
this
I'm
season.
telling
I'm
you.
going to push this shit out of you.
Dude, next season, push past it. Next season, I am straight chilling. I'm not hitting this hard. No, I'm retired.
I'm going to get a supercut of you saying that every season.
All one of us has to do is get a little bit more IO than you, and suddenly the fire is lit.
No, I've chilled the whole past season. I was relaxed.
You say that until Frank 15s, has more IO than you.
She'll say, all right, let me come to this 15. And then we'll do 16. All right, let me come to the 16.
Here's what I want to do. Like normally, like for example, last season, let's just say I played pretty casually. For almost every tier, except I think 15s, I got the resilient before E-Team did, right? Just because I was like, I want to have it to like so that we can all push. This season, I'm gonna be the passenger princess. I am not gonna be getting the 14s. I'm gonna have. Is there a reason
why this is supposed to be your season? It's got all your favorite dungeons.
I just want to take it easy, man.
Survival is S tier, bro.
See, when survival's S tier, I feel more relaxed because I'm like
it's not S tier. We'll talk about that more later.
Well, I know. But I'm just saying in general, like last season, I was pushing kind of hard because I had something to prove, right? Because survival is so bad, like I'm like, well, I still want to say I can time these keys, even though like I'm like have the biggest like handicap ever.
You're the worst.
So we'll see how it shakes out.
Well, I want to keep things moving because I have a lot of things I want to kind of like garner.
Keep it moving. I see the tabs. I'm scared.
I know. Well, there are questions I have that aren't even tab related, so we'll get to that. Like kind of like a question of the week run at the end. We'll cut it for time if not. But anyways, I do want to spend some time talking about the changes done to dungeons. So here's our dungeon pool. Where is it? No, not there. Where did I lost it already?
Bosses.
There it goes. So here's our dungeon pool. Now, if you haven't seen already, I put out some YouTube shorts about all the changes coming. And I want to thank Lithy and Scrap and IO for coming along.
Don't thank me. I didn't watch a single one. I'm sorry.
Well, no surprise there. But you did come to the PTR to help us.
Oh, okay.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
That's where I was going to
He wasn't even talking about that.
I am, again, you don't even watch our podcast. I'm not surprised you don't watch the shorts. I'm
I
not surprised you will probably rely on me to tell you what the changes are in the middle of it. And then I can make another short from that of everyone else learning what you didn't already know. I feel like, I don't know, maybe we'll make, and IO, you did every single one of these with me, right?
Yeah, I played them all.
And Lithian, you did almost every single one. I think you missed one of them.
Yep.
Yeah. So real quick, just if I forget something, Arakara hasn't changed too much. I know they nerfed that scream that one of the mini bosses done at the start of the dungeon that won't kill everyone, thank God. That's a big W. They changed the last boss as well. Only 3 poisons go out instead of all 5 being hit by it, and you can not get one shot by the vortex pull in. So that's nice.
Did they make the frontals on the first 3 like lieutenant mobs easier to see, or is it still hard?
They made it easier to see. I'm not. Here's the question, and I haven't tested this. We need to test it maybe on like a 0. So there's the frontal, and you can see a faint frontal, and then you see the circles that come out of it. I'm not sure if the frontal...
are good.
Yeah, the circles are very clear. I'm not sure if the frontal actually damages you. I just don't know if that's telling you where the circles are going to go. So that'd be interesting.
No, it'll kill you if you stand in it. If you're wearing cloth.
Even okay. Well, Dawnbreaker wasn't changed that much, other than I think they just
the first boss. I think
the first boss was changed a little bit, but it was more of like shifting damage as opposed to changing it. It was like taking it off the tank and putting it on the group instead.
I think they made the pull in front of the house a little bit easier too. They switched some of the mobs around there too, I feel like.
Oh yeah, that pull sucks.
I don't think they did.
Well, hopefully they moved some of the mobs back so arcane orbs don't hit them.
They've changed arcane a little bit now that I won't have free balls just flying out.
No.
Echo Del Maldani. Now, Scrap, you did see this, right?
I loved it. It was awesome.
Good new dungeon. I think the bosses all are pretty awesome. You can again watch the short on all the stuff there, but that's obviously all new. Halls of Atonement. Oh my God, they made such a huge change. So 1, they have made it easier to see things. 2, they made the second boss, which is the one where you have to have the big guy, the boss, jump on the little gargoyles to kill them. They changed that up to make it more challenging, which I think is good. It's going to be a pug killer, in my opinion. So just to cover the changes. In the past, you'd have every single person get hit with the like Eyes of Stone or whatever, where everyone turns into stone after 3 seconds. And you could decurse it if you were a mage or a druid or whatever. That is no longer the case. Only one person gets selected, and they only have 3 seconds to move quickly. Remember, you slowly move slower, so you go like 100% movement to 70% to 30% to 0 in like 3 seconds. To kill the gargoyles when he jumps up and lands on you. And if you hit anyone else with your circle, you turn them to stone as well. So like everyone gets hit by his jump. So it's definitely, I think, going to be a pug killer because people are going to be out of position constantly. And then the ads are just going to keep spawning. Even as a paladin, it was like hard to get all 6 of them in position to get killed by one jump. So that's going to be interesting. We had a lot of fun with Kevin on the 3rd boss, trying to heal through it. They did, I think, soften it a little bit, but
the last time we did it, it wasn't too bad. But before that, it was pretty brutal. When the ghost wasn't in the lantern, it was pumping out a lot of damage.
Well, and it ramps up, which is a change from what it was, because in the past it just like did AoE constant. Now it goes like X plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. The mini boss before the last boss used to be able to heal itself up entirely when it like consumed all the the people praying. You remember that scrapping that thing?
Yep.
Well, they nerfed that. Now you can kill it before it heals up again, so that's nice. And then the last boss is a little chaotic because now every time he throws a stone, totem, whatever, it AoEs the group, and it looks like it can like multiply if it hits another stone. So that might be a problem in the future, but I don't think that's working as intended.
Healing issue. It's a healing issue. It's fine.
Yeah. Floodgate. They killed Bubbles, and again, I think we all saw that. They moved some of the mobs around, but otherwise, wind up is a lot easier, so that's nice. Prior to the Sacred Flame, a lot of the courtyard has changed. A lot of the mini bosses or lieutenants before the first boss have been tweaked. I think they're trying to change your routing there, so that'll be interesting to see. And then, of course, Tazavesh Streets. They cut the timer down by like 20%, which is insane.
Yeah, no, when we redid it, when we talked about it first, how they cut the timer down because they said they were cutting out a lot of RP.
49 minutes down to 32.
Yeah, and I still feel like for 5 bosses, dude, I don't know what they're thinking.
I just feel like you're going to have to do mega pulls with trash.
Yeah, it's also like just like a lot of like mileage that you walk through this dungeon. Like it's not tight. I'm a little worried about this one. It's gonna be
They did
tight.
clean up some of the bosses though, so that's nice. Like the male mental or post whatever master now is I think 100% functional because remember in the past it would sometimes just break.
I don't know if I'm confident enough to say 100%. We only did it once.
No, I've done it 3 times and it's fine.
Okay.
And I watched hard mode.
They are for Tazavesh, yeah.
Oh, we got to do that, man.
I don't think they've changed any of the rewards though, so we already have the reward.
I don't care.
We should do an MDL game.
I just want to do it. It's fun.
With our real characters, do we have enough that we could people take and heal it?
Real characters? What do you mean?
With our real characters.
Can I take a quick second to talk about Celia's Gambit and one of the most contentious changes is around fish sticks. So do you remember fish sticks?
Of course.
Yeah, man.
I remember you yelling it at me.
Yeah, it's the most annoying thing ever.
So lots of changes to it over the course of the season, or the PTR, I should say. So one, they made it so it's instant, but it takes 5 seconds to start casting before it starts healing. They made it cleaner to see, so it stands above every other mob, and that also makes the mobs that are affected by it grow in size, so you can see they're being healed, which is nice. But the biggest thing, and I don't even know if I have it up on, maybe it's over here. Yes, so Invigorating Fish Stick no longer is considered a totem, which should mean that we delete it immediately.
Exactly.
AOE
it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore.
Which is a huge nerf, I think, but at least it means that if you make a pull with like six casters, I can't remember which ones they are, scale binders, I think, that can drop them and they keep dropping. Maybe it still is a problem.
I wouldn't do that.
You would do that or wouldn't do that?
I would not do that, no. Because I do think that'll make it a problem again.
But so again, that's just a quick recap of all the major changes. I think all in all, they were all good changes, or at least they were changes that made sense to me. There were 2 examples, though, of where they have changed weak aura necessity. The first is in Gambit, which is the first boss where you would click the console and then a weak aura would like kind of tell everyone what they see on the console.
Oh, yeah, I like that change.
Yeah, no longer necessary. Now, if someone clicks the console, everyone can see the results of said console. So that's nice. And then the other is in the Streets Bazaar trading event, where you would like pick up an item and then have to figure out where it went. You'd like use a context clue of like you picked up a big gem, you take it to the jeweler. But you wouldn't remember where the jeweler was, so weak auras were there to like kind of highlight where to go for you and quickly do all the trading for you. That's no longer necessary. They made it so that mobs only spawn when you pick up the item that you're trading, so that like you're doing it in the middle of that event. And they made mini-map markers on it. So we're already starting to see some of the philosophy of, not necessarily killing weak aura, but like changing the mechanics that require weak aura to make it fun, especially for pugs. I can't think of any else off the top of my head where I feel like that's a necessity to have weak aura, but is this a step in the right direction, in y'all's opinion, for solving the weak aura problem that, and again, this is a long-term thing, but that makes you feel more confident that maybe we don't need to have weak auras in the game anymore?
For keys, I think it's necessary because it's a timed event, and we wasted a lot of time trying to find things in the maze. I was terrible, I'll admit. And then the puzzle one, it's just silly. Like they made it. The changes they made are super awesome, and I appreciate it, and I think it's good for keys. But yeah. Just my 2 cents.
In regards to the boss, the RP stuff, they should probably just kind of find a way to simplify that no matter what for Mythic Plus, because like Lithian said, it is timed, but like that boss specifically, like there should always be a way to like indicate very clearly what you're supposed to be doing, where you should be going, what symbol you have, and the fact that you needed a weak aura before and you don't now, I do think that is a step in the right direction.
So yeah, I think their original intention was like you don't need a weak aura, you have to communicate. But like in keys, where it's like, there's less emphasis on communication and being comms and stuff. Like I feel like the way most people experience keys is through pugging, where you're not talking to people. And in fact, like even at high levels, like we've asked people to join Discord and they just like leave. Like the culture for key pugging is like communicate a bit, but you shouldn't have to. They don't want to, which is like, it's a little bit sad that they have to remove a mechanic like that encourages that level of communication, but it does kind of stand alone, because especially with these dungeons, there's nothing comparable that you need that level of communication for if you're like really practiced at the dungeon. I hope that they continue to keep mechanics like that in raid where there's emphasis on communication, because I do think like especially at the higher levels, people pushing world first at our level AOTC, which is I think where most people are, there should be a communication encouraged and necessary, but obviously that can go too far, like with the
that was going to be my follow-up question. is that like, is this necessarily a good thing? Because I feel like it's squashing game mechanics. Now, on the one hand, I totally understand that in a pug, I don't want to have to voice comms to explain red goes here, purple goes there. But like in the case of the Bazaar event, I kind of feel like now that it has the indicator on the map, and it's like, I think it's effectively even drawing a line to the mob to tell you like, just go this way.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point of it anymore then? Like, it just doesn't seem like it can be fun. Now, in fairness, you might argue that wasn't a fun mechanic to begin with. But I see this happening in the future where it's like, okay, well now they're starting to do away with what they had in mind as a mechanic that was going to be fun. And I'm even thinking of like, for example, Dark Flame Cleft and the minecart thing. Now, granted, that wasn't as egregious of a problem as we thought it would be in pugs. But like, it's those things that kind of change even just a little bit of the flavor of the dungeon. Well, those are kind of being squashed now because I get it. Like, you know, there's this, well, we have to move fast. And so if this is the most efficient way to do it. But at the same time, I'm a little heartbroken. Now, the good news is there is the hard mode of Tazavesh, which will not allow you to use, it won't show the icons and you have to communicate it as the intent. I don't know if it's the same way in the Bazaar. Maybe the Bazaar doesn't show you those things anymore in hard mode. Maybe that would be great. But I think hard mode's going to be like played, 2% of the time compared to everything else. And it just kind of, I'm asking like, is that necessarily a good thing for the game?
Personally, I like a little silly RP event that might just like waste 30 seconds to a minute if you just flub it. Like you can fuck it up.
Build it into the timer too.
Yeah, well, I suppose, but are they building in like, it takes an average person 30 seconds and then it could take a group a minute and a half. It could take them 3 minutes, like if they really fuck it up. I'm not speaking about this event specifically, but I kind of wish like every dungeon on the roster had something like this. I'm thinking like the other one that comes to mind is like the Temple of Seth Rallis. There's like parkour. There's a football section that's like way harder than the Tazavesh thing, where you have to pass a ball across the room while mobs are attacking you.
And no weak core to solve it either.
Yeah, exactly. So that one was a little bit harsh, right? I think that it would be cool if it was balanced, right? Like, for example, you don't have anything like that in. I'm trying to look at the list. Well, Priory. No, not really. You don't have anything like that in Priory, right?
No.
Like an RP section.
It's really just routing stuff for the.
Yeah, it's routing. So what I don't want is for each dungeon to become like there's less variability in it. Like it's like you could be really good at DPS, you could be really good at healing and take care or whatever, but are you good at coordination? Do you know the map? It's kind of using a different skill set. But it does stand apart in where it's like, okay, there's this kind of like a little bit nuanced RP section in this one dungeon. It feels a little imbalanced in this roster, I think.
I think, I guess the question also is, I believe that all the top end gamers, the title pushers and the like, are always going to be against this stuff because it only interferes with them playing at the best level they possibly can, the fastest they can possibly go. And I get that, right? Like, I don't like the RP event of the menagerie or whatever in streets where you have to wait for the auctioneers to talk to each other.
I love it.
Well, and they said they moved it faster, right? But it isn't even any, like, that's just wasted time because it's not gameplay for me, right?
It should start when you're outside the hallway, I think. Like, you
it should just fast forward. Like, you can still hear it and have the boss jump down. Like, I don't see what that problem is, right? But anyways, but yeah, like the gameplay side of things, I think Seth Halls or whatever it's called.
Temple of Seth Rallis.
Yeah. That is actually a great example because I liked that football game. I
did too.
I mean, granted, it's frustrated me sometimes when I got it wrong going through the maze of balls or whatever. And even then, the last boss was a boss where you had to like kill the ads and then heal up, and if your healer just wasn't paying attention in that phase, it's like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
But I like that because it changed the flavor of everything. So I'm just worried that that's what we're going to be losing.
I love Temple of Seth Rallis. I like dungeons that kind of use different skill sets than just like, hit your one button in your one button rotation, and don't get hit by circles on the ground, right? Like, obviously you got to be a little bit better than that if you want to push high. But I like a little bit of spicy funness. I don't think they're gonna make another dungeon like Temple of Sethralis that has extended RP sections and extended parkour sections. Like, when was the last time there's parkour in a dungeon?
Yeah, never. So, and I'm happy with not having that.
I will say that's like the first time I like almost cried when doing a dungeon, and maybe the only time was in Temple of Sethralis where I just couldn't get through the parkour, and it was like the highest key.
Excuse me, in Motherlode, you have to jump on the wall.
No, you don't have to jump on the wall.
No, you don't have to. That's part of the route. No, there's like in Temple of Sethralis, there's an extended section where you have to like get to the other end of a room while there's like balls trying to get you, and it's not easy.
It's not parkour. You just shimmy to the left, shimmy to the right.
It's not easy, dude. Well, I'm just doing parkour in general of like it's a movement, character movement
compared to the eyeball mechanic.
Not the way I
it's like
move my character.
It's like the maze in Workshop that always waste a bunch of time.
Yes. Yeah, it is. It's like that. And I love sections like that, dude. I love that.
That's actually a good example where I feel like that one's fun.
Yeah, and it can waste a lot of time.
You can get through it 99% of the time. The one time when something goes wrong, everyone's just like having a laugh.
Dude, and when the time pressure is on, there was one time this season where I just flubbed it 3 times in a row, and I was like, I can't do it. Like, I have to leave. Like, I can't. I don't think I'm gonna ever do it. But most of the time, I love just stunting on people and like cutting that tiny little gap and then watching them fail as they try to follow me.
No, it's even better because if we're doing like a cat fight where it's you and me versus each other on DPS, and you get caught behind, I'm like, Lithium, pull, go.
Go, pull. Yeah, when do I get caught behind?
I'll go.
Io, please you haven't seen 4 of these dungeons. Obviously, none of us have seen Aldani before doing the PTR, but like, you haven't done Taz of Esches in the past. You haven't done Halls of Atonement. What do you think of this new season's rotation?
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a fun one. Have some of our best ones from this expansion and just from doing the PTR. Halls of Atonement, I think all the bosses on that one are a lot of fun. All have unique mechanics that you don't see in a lot of fights, especially the last boss I thought was really fun with the dodging the statues. And then Taz of Esh seems like it's got a lot of unique stuff too, so looking forward to it. Seems like we'd have a lot of really good dungeons.
All right, well, let's keep things going. I do want to call out real quick that they haven't announced when it's coming, but huge updates coming to the Cooldown Manager. And there's a ton of it. I haven't read through all of it, but for the most part, this is looking like a big W. So you can choose which spells and abilities you want to hide or display. You can change the order, which is nice. I'm sure people will care about that a lot. Toggle whether mouse over tooltips and ability timers appear when you mouse over it. Set abilities to appear in the essentials or utility frames. Nice. Show unlearned abilities if the player hasn't selected that talent yet. And then show specific abilities as well. So you can choose which one you want to show. Which is, I think, one of the biggest pain points they had of this whole thing. But, yeah, you can see that, like, for example, here. I can't really zoom in on it, but, like, if you don't have, what is this, Reaper's Mark, I think, for DKs. You know, you can then show it in your cooldown and say, wait, what's that? And go looking for it on the UI.
They're just trying to replace was it Luxthros, the guy that makes those WeakWars that sit in the middle of the screen?
I never have ever used these, but I guess it's just a very popular sort of add-on they're trying to replace. Yeah, just the Cooldown Manager where they put everything together.
Oh, you've never used those, the Wagger ones, right? Okay.
No, but I guess it's popular enough that they're trying to replace it, the need for it.
Well,
no, there is buff tracking.
I use them.
Buff tracking, so that I probably will use because that's the weak auras that I still have are ones that are tracking buffs, debuffs. Like, I'm assuming it's gonna have a timer with it. Did you say it had a timer?
Well, it has like a cooldown bar, so you'll see it like as it's. You might not see like 2, 3, 1. Or 3,
here's
1.
What I want. What I still use as a weak aura is that like when I'm in my cooldown window, like I hit my cooldown, which for me is coordinated assault. It's 20 seconds. I have a timer, so I know when it's gonna end because I have to play my character differently during that a little bit, and then afterwards I need to know when it ends, right? So will it show
tracker?
Yeah, okay, buff tracker.
Do you think this would be
I do
right here.
with
Do you
this.
see this? Do you think that would be a sufficient way to do it, or do you need the actual time?
I like the numbers because, well, just because I'm so used to the numbers, I know that if I have 4 seconds left, about how many abilities I can churn out in 4 seconds. You know what I mean? So that I can be prepared and have the right ability when it goes off. But it's just because I'm used to it.
There's numbers on the icons.
Well, this is like I think an example. Well, only on like cooldowns and stuff, not about.
Yeah. Isn't that what she's talking about?
No. So not about cooldown, but like my my actual cooldowns. Yeah, when it's active. Yeah. How many seconds I have left? Yeah.
And maybe they just didn't explicitly call it out, but like this is where I see one that I really like. Because I'll use my defensives, and as an example for mages, mirror images last like 40 seconds, right? So I get 20% damage reduction when I have those up. But I also have increased or a decreased threat generation. And I kind of like set it and forget it, but it would be nice to just kind of have a little cooldown bar, even if it's off in the corner, so I can just quickly glance at it. But Scrap, it does look like here that if you like, for example, use a cooldown for defensives at least, it'll tell you like 6 seconds, 5 seconds, or whatever.
See, this is a game changer for me, and Haywire will tell you that like I often press like my defenses at stupid ass times because I don't have a really good grasp of how long they last because I have no way to track it. So I don't know if like some of them last.
There's
like
a way to track it.
I know, but I've never have. I just kind of like oh, I hope this covers this big hit that's about to happen, and then Haywire will be like, why'd you press that after or like at the wrong time or whatever. So I'm gonna definitely have that up just so I can learn like visually like, oh, I have this much time, I have to press it this early.
If this could replace the Barrage Helper, then it's legit good.
So okay, hold on, we'll get to Barrage Helper in a second. But other things they're adding sound alerts, which I think is cool, and I'm curious to see what kind of sounds they all allow. Because some people download additional packs to do that. More customizations, and of course they're saying they're not done now. To Lithian's point, so he's now trying Arcane. I've been playing Arcane, and there's what I'd argue is a critical weak aura you need for Arcane, which is called the Barrage Helper, I think. And it'll essentially tell you, because of all the compounding buffs you can do to buff your Arcane Barrage, it'll tell you when you should either choose to continue to Arcane Blast, or instead, this is when you want to let Arcane Barrage fly, which is essentially 2 qualifiers. One is you have enough stacks of either Arcane Resonance, I can't remember all the names of the buff, but you have enough stacks of buffs to make it worth dropping down to 0, even if you don't have a way to quickly pull them back up. Or you have something that if you were to launch it and not get a free proc of another 4 stacks of Arcane charges, you have like an Arcane Orb, for example, that will bring you back up to fire off. And so it'll like show you on the weak aura, like a picture of the Arcane Orb to let you know that if you were to barrage right now, immediately fire off an Arcane Orb behind it and you'll catch right back up. Very confusing. Lithian's still struggling with it because he's dumb. But
I am 100%.
But like I don't think there's a world where that's going to get changed. However,
they should change the class. I feel like that's way too.
Maybe and that's what I think. I think Porum argues for that. He says like it's too complicated that you need to have this.
It's not that it's too complicated. It's just it sounds like it doesn't effectively communicate it to you.
Well, therefore,
no, you have to track. You have to track all these things, and there's scenarios that you have to understand, and you have to know when to. Like if I didn't have the Barrage Helper, initially when I didn't have the Barrage Helper, I would just hit. To me, it's like a builder spender class, right?
You hit 4.
You build 4, you spend it, right? And I thought that's how, it worked, and I was like, oh, this is easy. Except my damage was really low and terrible, and I was just doing it wrong.
Well, so this is where I think the one button, and which by the way, there's they did a PC Gamer interview where they talked about how successful and how popular it is. I don't doubt that, and of course, we continue to support the people who need it for either accessibility issues or whatnot. We are still worried about how it's going to affect us. We're going to have a full new season to see what happens when Scrap uses it in Raid, for example. But
I do plan on using it the entire Raid.
I think it's obvious that they've committed to not just set this and forget it, that they're going to continue to iterate on it. And that's where I think the Barrage Helper conversation comes into this, Lithian, where is there a reason why I can't customize my 1-button rotation, right? Like, imagine if the theory crafters were the ones that could set a 1-button rotation system, and maybe not even 1-button rotation, but like a Barrage Helper in this case, where Barrage will light up when these qualifiers are met because of the single button rotation system or whatever.
Yeah, it's called downloading a weak aura.
Yeah, that's the point. They don't want to have the weak aura in games, so why aren't they?
They need to change the class. They need to change the class then. If it's not
I'm not
intuitive
advocating
in
for
any,
them to change the class though.
You have to admit, I know you like the class, but you have to admit that nothing about what you said is intuitive. Like how are you supposed to be like how are you supposed to learn how to play it?
Well, before you interrupted me 16 times, what I was trying to say is how can Blizzard build this intuitiveness into it through something like the one button rotation where I can learn those things via the one button or the assist button, right? Like the non-penalized version of it, whatever it's called, button assist. Where it will pop up and say, hey, all these factors have been met. But again, I'm not relying on Blizzard to build it. Instead, it'd be like, okay, well, this is how I want to use it because, theory crafting says X, Y, and Z. Now, don't get me wrong, Scrap. If you're going to argue about theory crafting and how it influences my rotation in the first place, that's going to be a problem no matter what, right? Because if you don't read the Wowhead guides and talk about theory crafting and why using this button over that button, Bach was talking to me today about when he's going to be a pro warrior, and apparently he's going to do 40 million damage with a single thunderclap because of all these factors or whatever. Point is that the theory crafting is what tells him that's the case. I don't expect anyone who doesn't look at that stuff to ever do the top damage, and that's okay. That's how you min-max your character.
I feel like you're assuming that level of complexity is intended as a class design, where I feel like it just ends up being that way. Do you think they intended Arcane Barrage to have that much nuance? Probably not, because otherwise then they would communicate it better.
They intended it. They wanted to make it a big brain spec.
No, Scrap, think about it. It's been like that for I don't
think you need a big brain to do that. You'd have to have a weak aura.
No, in fairness, Scrap, because I've gotten to the point now where I don't need the weak aura as much. It still is there to remind me in case I'm lose myself for a second. But I was showing Lithium the arcane rotation, and I don't know if I was being confusing or not, but I was showing him, okay, so look at the weak aura, the arcane barrage helper, and I was going, yeah, here, go, and I was answering it before it was popping up because I'm so used to it now, so it helped me as a one button rotation kind of system. But now I've gotten to the point where I'm not perfect 100% of the time because there's factors that pop up within a split second, but I've kind of intuitively know now what to watch because I've watched that helper so much. I know 90% of the factors of what's leaning into its decision making, right? And to your point, Scrap, yes, of course, if Blizzard could build that system in, yeah. And I think the one button rotation system, again, not the button itself, but figuring out a way that I could customize this so that maybe I don't take a penalty, a global cooldown penalty, because it's a one button rotation, but instead, and granted, this would be effectively the same thing as trying to learn how to write weak auras and the like, but maybe I don't need to be the one that writes it. Maybe the class leaders of my class say hey, everyone, this is the rotation that we recommend. And here's the one button arcane barrage helper to help you do it. And then of course, Wowhead, I think is for the most part accessible to all players, and most players have probably heard of it, if not all. And then, they see it and they go, cool, this is what I need to do. I don't need to go to the class Discord to get it because, Wowhead has just like they do town trees, a quick guide on importing it and going.
I wouldn't go to the class Discord and ask about one.
Don't go to the Mage one, especially.
I get what you're saying, but I feel like the one button and the rotation helper are for new people trying to get a hold of it. And then when they're ready to take that next step, then they should go to the Discord and do the research to learn. I don't think that needs to be built into these systems.
But what I'm saying is for the case of Arcane Barrage Helper for Lithium, that is the aim, is to teach him the class, right? And granted,
well,
you could argue that once he gets to the point that I've been playing it for X amount of years, he could, turn off the weak aura. But I'm not going to turn off because it's still there as just a training wheels, just in case.
One day.
Anyways, my point is this. One, I'm happy to see that they're reiterating on, for example, this isn't a failed add-on system, that they are going to take everything that we've been asking for and try to implement it one way or another, right? Which is huge. And even if you still argue I need my weak auras instead because this is not enough, that's fine, right? Maybe 2 years down the road you will have everything you want, but for the new players that are coming into the game, I think this is huge, right? More so than what it was in the first place.
And Haywire.
But on the other side of it, I would like them to still, I would like to see a customizable one button rotation. I would like to see, why can't I
What's
add
it?
evocation into it? Because they
What
have
are those things called? APLs or
Yeah.
whatever that just list out all the abilities that
Yeah.
happen in order or whatever.
Yeah.
They can
Anyways,
just let
seems like you guys
implement
don't
that.
seem to give a shit.
Well,
I don't.
The one button.
Yeah.
One button causes too much fatigue, man. I try.
It does.
It's too hard.
No, you have to bind all your keys to it, so you can just hit any buttons
And not hurt your hand.
Yeah,
I
not
don't
hurt
know.
your hand.
Like I can't do that, man. It's just
Not-
terrible.
I
tried it.
I like one button for like when I was doing like mount runs and things like that, but like personally for
That
my
doesn't
main,
count.
I'm just saying personally for my main, I don't want to ride my bike with training wheels on it. I want to ride my bike like a
Totally
big boy.
But
so
you are also, imagine for a second you're a 5-year-old, right? You want to ride your bike without the training wheels, but you need them to get started.
Sure,
she's not a 5-year-old. She knows how to afford
yeah, but
No.
I'm not a 5-year-old. I'm a big boy,
but scrap,
and I want to
put your shoes on the other foot, right? And say, okay, the
your foot, right? Because
the
you said you like to
stoops-
keep your wheels on.
No, oh, that's true. I did say that because of the market.
You did say that.
Yeah. No, what I'm saying though is that I think this is good if it can be customized to meet the stoops and the whistles of the world, right? But I don't even think this is good for them because it's like Blizzard's locking it down and could be even potentially getting it wrong. So what the other thing I was going to say is we're going to go into a new season with new class changes. We'll see if they actually keep this one button thing updated.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it might be a shit show where people are using, again, all the wrong things. So I'm curious to see how that pans out. But my advocate is for like Arcane Barrage Helper. Why can't I build an Arcane Barrage Helper in game so that I don't need the weak ore, if that makes sense?
It's complicated.
Okay.
I don't. It doesn't seem that. If they're really saying that you can keep your weak ores and they're not gonna like stop weak ores from happening, right? Like then if you want to get really nitty gritty, you can. Like that's always been accessible to you.
Is Arcane Barrage a buff?
No.
No.
No, it's
What is
our
it?
it's our
It's a
spender.
spender. Yeah, it's a spender.
It's what
Oh, it's-
slams. It's like what 40% of our overall damage.
yeah.
Well, what does the
What?
Barrage Helper do?
So okay.
He-
I don't want to go too deep into it, but there are
Well,
things
does
that
it-
buff
well-
barrage by 20%, 40%, 50, whatever, right?
Oh, just track the buffs then. Just
Well, no,
figure out
it
what they all
tracks
are.
it to
There's
a point where it
combinations
tells
of
you
buffs.
it tells you where you have met the threshold that using Arcane Barrage is better than X, Y, and Z.
It's
That's how it was.
complicated,
This is
man.
what I remember when they did that with the Fury Warrior 4 set, and I like lost my damn mind, and I'm still angry about it. It was like,
Yeah, because you took your
Dragon
training wheels off and you didn't want them back on.
no, it
Well,
was
that-
there was nothing in the game that told me.
Yes, and
That-
I'm advocating for that right now, but you're telling me whatever, it's complicated.
No, and what did I advocate for? Changing
Take my
that
training
class
wheels off.
design. No, I advocated for this is bad class design. That there's nothing
because
in the
the same
game that's
vein,
telling
you said
me
that
this.
you wanted to have the big brain moments where you said, "Okay, I'm
No,
going to learn how."
There's no big brain moment. It was just like when you reach a certain level of haste, then you need to hit this ability out prios that ability. But there's no way for me to see my haste besides having my character sheet open an entire combat. That's not big brain. That's stupid. Like it's the bell curve. It went all the way back to dumb.
I would argue, and I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I'm getting annoyed by your waffling on this. If
I'm
you
not
have
waffling.
the Cooldown Manager, this thing right here, right?
Yeah.
And you know that these X, Y, and Z buffs buff your haste to pass the threshold, right?
That wasn't how it
Because you weren't just
worked.
getting haste from the grace of God, right?
You were getting it on procs.
Yes.
So
one of the
it
things you
wasn't-
could track with this, maybe?
you
So
couldn't
wait.
at the time though. So
Could you so your barrage if
Or
you get
backup
like two
barrage.
specific well no I'm saying because you're saying you want something to replace the weak ore, but the thing is there like 3 buffs you get and then that's when you use your barrage?
It's a combination of, okay, so there's one buff that
Yeah.
can stack to 20 stacks of it. You don't want to use your barrage until you hit 16 stacks, right? There's also I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but there's something you get every time you use clear cast, and it gives you your next 2 casts of Arcane Barrage or Arcane Blast will be buffed by 20%. There's also another one that you got from your tier set, which is being folded into the class talent tree next patch, if I remember correctly, where you have a 5% chance to proc a free Arcane Barrage that does 50% more damage, right? There's also a running buff you have that if you barrage, you get up to 5 stacks of a haste increase, and you want to make sure that never drops. So it tells the helper tells you, hey, yours is about to drop. You need to barrage no matter what right now, or else you're going to lose your haste, right? So there's all those things. Now,
so basically, if you wanted to build that into your thing, you would have to have every single one of these on the buff tracker and actually look at it and know what to expect.
Yes.
Or I could just use Barrage Helper.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why you can't build it into a 1-button rotation.
No. I'm not asking for it like that. I'm asking for it a way that I could build a button. Right? Okay, so think of the 1-button rotation, right?
They're trying to get rid of those.
I'm getting frustrated because I feel like you guys aren't. I'm asking for a 1-button system, right? Like a macro, effectively. Let's call it a macro, right? But instead of saying, cast this, I can make qualifiers, kind of like how the 1-button system works, where it says use this spell when this is happening. Use
logic. Yeah, if this then that, but a little bit more.
Yeah, right.
For arcane mages,
and one that would be that you wouldn't require coding to read understand, right?
Yeah. The problem is, I think the 1-button as it exists today is great for new players. I don't think it'd be good to be able to overly customize it to where really good players can just hit 1 button and win. I don't know. I like the complexity of the rotation for arcane. I'm not good at it, but I do think it's something when you get it right, fun.
Yeah,
right. It is fun, and when you're hitting barrage, like you hit your touch and you're hitting barrage and you're doing all this stuff, and you get that big boom once that goes off, and
7%
all that
off the health.
Yeah, dude, all that stuff feels great. Like I love it. The problem is when I get it wrong and my damage goes down. It sucks, but I like I think I enjoy Arcane Mage more than I thought I would because of the complexity of the rotation. Whereas, like Survival Hunter is just dumb. Like dumb people could play that, right? Or Fury Warrior, which we'll talk about later. Also is for dum dums. So
do you think I wouldn't be surprised to see something like what Frank wants built into the buff tracker one day, to have it kind of be like, hey, once have like a custom
like the stars
buff
align.
like you can put it in like a custom buff, like when I have all these buffs, put this icon up or something. So maybe one day we'll get something like that.
That could be effectively the same thing too.
Yeah,
like a stars align buff, All right. Let's move on. Okay. So it's tierless season, right? I've put together
onto something fun.
The meta tier list, and oh man, I can't scroll down on this for some reason. Maybe I can zoom in.
Is A+ supposed to be above S? I like that.
Oh no, shit! What happened? Sorry. There we go. Oh, that would explain why when I must have clicked on it when I was doing something else, but whatever. There we go. So this is what the current meta looks like. I'm not going to flash it because it will just like turn everyone's screen white for a second, but we will look at it in a moment. But this is what it currently looks like based off of everyone that I can find on YouTube quickly. I'm not going to spend hours doing this, but everyone's tier list that they're putting up on YouTube. It includes Max's own version of the tier list where he asks as many class experts as he can. It includes Petco, who does the Icy Veins tier list. It includes what's his name? The guy that has tomato face.
Tomato face.
His VTuber.
Zorath.
I hope you're not talking about
He's like a man of the people at the moment.
Okay.
But here's what the tier list looks like. My question for you guys is okay. So first off, Og's down here in the D. Poor Og.
Dude, Og's coming back, bro.
Oh, it's coming back.
Og's coming back. It's coming back. 100%.
Tettles has nuked balance into the ground, it looks like.
He's sandbagging, dude. He's sandbagging.
By the way, again, just referring to Max's stream where he gets all the experts, quote unquote. He had to do a revision of it because he felt like every single class expert was sandbagging their fucking
they're all sandbagging.
Right? But Vengeance, Arcane, it looks like Resto might be the new healer meta, although there's still contention that maybe just
it's been a while. So
Unholy switches to Frost, it looks like, right? And then other than that, everyone's saying Marksman's really good, although the hunter who did the Max stream said it's dog shit, which no one believes. Havoc is supposed to be really good. There's a lot of talk about the fact though that if you're taking Arcane, you will not take any other funnel class because it's just like is redundant. So even though these are looking really good, you might not see them. Assassin, I think, is the same way. You might not see them in the meta because Arcane's taking their spot, and then you'll just see more of like general cleave AoE. Scrap, the enhancement writer is down real bad on enhancement, but we'll talk
B+
about.
is better than I normally get, so that's looking good for me.
Right here,
Like,
Scrap, why would you care about enhancement, Scrap?
The last time that like survival was above like a D on like any average streamers.
Let's do this real quick, okay? I'm going to here. I'm going to flashbang your screens. Get ready, all. You ready?
Okay, ready.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm going to pull this up.
What the hell is this?
This is the meta list, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, that's how you got to these numbers.
Yep. So this is last season's meta list, okay? So Mistweaver was rated the highest. Discipline, Augmentation was up there. Beastmaster, Enhancement, Vengeance, Prop Paladin, Balance.
This is last season?
This is last season.
Two?
Now this was going into season 2.
Yeah.
You were so wrong.
Arcane, you can't see it. Oh, here we go. Arcane was down here at a C+.
But to be fair, Arcane was like that at the beginning of the season. They just kept buffing it.
No, it
yeah,
wasn't.
they plus 8%, plus 8%.
No, it was plus 4%, plus 8%. Don't get me wrong. That is a huge buff. That is huge, right? But the profile was still the same. That I would argue it's not S tier, of course. You know, those buffs brought it into S tier. But like, I mean, clearly they had things wrong when they put augmentation here.
Yeah.
And where's Unholy? Unholy's here. Oops, sorry. Unholy's here. Where Balance was probably the highest of them, other than Vengeance, of course, and Discipline.
Balance stayed pretty good.
But like Resto Shaman is like the other great healer right now, and it's all the way down here. And so I even wanted to compare it. So here's what the current meta is. So, oh god, sorry, I have to switch back. With our ads, there we go. Here's what the current meta actually looks like. So Unholy was nowhere close. Balance was a B tier, if I remember correctly. Arcane made it up to S tier, and again, in fairness, it had buffs. But yeah, I mean, you like, what else was up there? They said Frost would do really well. It again lost to Unholy. And Augmentation actually did make a little bit of a comeback there. Lithian, remember you were saying? Yeah. So it didn't end up in poo-poo tier. But I feel like everyone, and Lithian, you're the biggest offender of this right now. Everyone's just trying to chase the meta. I want to remind everyone that there will be tuning after the Race to World First, and there will probably be even more tuning after that, 2 weeks after the Race to World First. That will completely shake things upside down, as the case was with Arcane.
A Mage spec will still be S tier.
Always.
I wouldn't be surprised if Arcane stays the same if they don't nerf it. I wouldn't be surprised.
It's wild that DK is kind of taking the melee like title of that, of like it's always up there, because I feel like DK has been strong for a long time now, like the whole expansion.
It was yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
not blood.
Not
well, I've been talking about DPS.
Let me look. Yep, Survival Hunter, Scrap. You guys are.
I always, dude, Survival Hunter's always D tier. Like
whatever.
Except for the one time in Shadowlands everybody talks about. Like,
not it. It's coming back.
Feral
is coming
plus
back.
22, so there are some good ferals out there.
Yeah, ferals.
Although I think that's the Fizz comp thing that's happening there.
Yeah.
But no, I'm excited. I'm excited for all of our new mains.
What have you decided on, Lithium?
I'm gonna play Arcane Mage. It's fine. Don't worry.
See, before I left for vacation, he was gonna play Dev Evoker.
Well, no. So when you were gone, Haywire was talking to me, and other people were talking to me, and they said, "Hey, don't do that. It's gonna be terrible." And they're probably not wrong. So I decided, and then the wheel happened, which we'll talk about later.
We'll talk about this.
And that kind of changed me up a little bit too, because I'm like, well, I can't play two really bad things. You know what I'm saying? So I got to play at least one good thing and one bad thing. So I'm gonna do Arcane Mage, or if the Mage meta changes, I'm just gonna play whatever that is. If it's fire, I'll play.
You're
fire.
dedicated to the meta this season.
Yeah,
I am. Play whatever's best.
I am 100%. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it shakes out, because that's not something you've ever done before.
No, I've never done it. It's gonna be fun.
I want to do that too. My Frosty case coming back.
Yeah, Where's your Frosty K? Is it even level 80?
No.
It's coming back.
The wheel kind of like I'm gonna have to play a second character this season because I've invested.
Wheel, but
yeah, well, I don't have to, but like
you will lose 100,000 gold then.
I do not care about the 100,000 gold.
Yeah, because you'll just have
so rich.
But I have at least a light encouragement.
I'm turning off repairs for scrap this season, by the way.
No, I have a level of encouragement to play an alt this season, so like I'm not gonna play a third alt. So the Frosty K is not happening this season. Sorry.
No.
Next season maybe.
But you can talk about what will happen later.
I'll talk about it.
Let's bring people in on what you were talking about right now. So at the end of last episode, we kind of talked about what should we do to make a little game out of the next season. Immediately following the episode recording, we just kind of like jumped into it and started making some rules. I asked Scrap to update the rules and clean up the thing. She fell asleep on the couch, so I don't have that for you today. But the long and short of it is
oh, you asked me to do that today?
I did.
Look at the pin post.
Officially starting what will be today when we have the episode go live. All of us are required to level the following tunes. Here they are on screen. The level our following new tunes. Yeah, I know. Lithian did a great job. By the way,
wow.
Real quick shout out to Lithian. He is building our new mythicdungeonleague.com, and we're going to have things like this on the website where you can see our progress. He is, in fact, here, I even think I have he is like add-on that he's building that will also allow us to upload all our rejects and accepts and denies and all that from the applications of our keys from our Cult of the Wheel characters. So we will get some really good data points on knowing what the acceptance rate of enhancement versus affliction looks like. And
is this an add-on I can
science.
put in my game?
Yeah, it's for science.
Okay.
I was testing it with my mage, clearly.
Yeah. But and actually, we'll talk about this in a second. There's another thing I asked Lithian to build that I really would love to use next expansion around predicting, like doing a bracket buster kind of thing for Race the World First. In fairness, this is something that Max came up with, and then I was like, oh, Lithian could definitely build this website. But anyways.
Lithian, you got into a 12 on your mage? I was just looking at
I did.
How did that go?
It didn't go well.
Anyways.
Yeah, no shit.
So what we did is we all spun a wheel of specs that we have not played before, right? And what we mean by that is we haven't played in the past 3 seasons at minimum. And like we haven't done a key above 5, I think is what we said or whatever. So this is what we all landed on. Scrap, you got enhancement. Lithian, you got Fury Warrior, which you were alluding to earlier. Right?
Yeah,
Ioski, you got Outlaw Rogue, which I think that's shaping up
Outlaw's
to be in pretty
great,
shape.
dude.
There is,
I've got Affliction.
Rogue spec, that'd be the one.
Which
what's that?
Yeah, what'd you say?
Oh, I just said if I was gonna get a rogue spec, that was definitely the one I wanted. So
yeah.
Well, I remember everybody vetoing Ass Rogue, and then it looks like it's doing pretty good on the meta.
Everybody vetoed sub.
Oh, I thought it was. Well, I have the papers.
Well,
I'm pretty sure Haywire did Ass Rogue. Yeah.
Haywire didn't like it.
He just doesn't like the playstyle.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I vetoed, but I feel like this maybe it was Feral. I think I vetoed Feral.
Yeah.
But this would have been a close tie for what my veto was, and I got a fucking affliction.
I vetoed Affliction. I think I afflicted you with Affliction.
Lithian said on the podcast last week saying there's no way Fury is going to be on my run list, and he got it.
Yeah. Well, and hold on, can we just say that when we were doing the vetoes, Lithian was like, "I'm not gonna veto," and I specifically mentioned, I said, "Lithian, yesterday or earlier today, you said you absolutely don't want Fury," and he was like, "Nah, like I'm not gonna veto," and then he immediately gets it.
So we all had to pay in 100,000 gold, and that's what's up for the pot, and it's just boils down to the highest IO wins. However, we cannot run with any of our friends, and we cannot repeat run with anyone that we pug with. So it's effectively all pugging. And
I purposefully didn't put the character names on here. I almost did, but I don't want anybody to know anybody.
You mean between us? Or like
no.
So that like some viewer
just out in the world. Out in the world.
I don't think
so
we
like
have that kind of poll, but okay.
If Shawnee's friends see the podcast, they might try to pump him up, man. You gotta watch out.
Can we draw attention to Bach, who has Og Evoker?
Yeah, so I was about to say Bach, and at first I got this wrong, but like we used Raider IO to pull up all the specs he's played, and I was reading a list that I thought was the specs he's played, but it knows specs he's played with. But anyways, we effectively said, okay, Bach, if you want to play because you play so many damn alts, you have to be augment. So good luck to you, Bach.
Dude,
maybe it'll come back.
I bet he wins.
Maybe it'll come back
because he's aug.
I really wish we made it so that we couldn't get repeat picks, but whatever. You know,
yeah.
I don't think Phoenix got Fury Warrior. I'll have to go back through my notes. Are you sure?
Did he?
I'm like 90%
No, I don't
sure.
think he did.
I know he got Warrior, but the only other option is Arms.
No,
but I'm pretty sure he got Fury.
I remember him copying and going or getting the same one as someone else, i.e. you.
Yeah.
And I was like, God, I wish we made this rule where you couldn't be something.
I'm gonna go back through because I think I would remember that, but.
Well, you didn't document it.
About it.
I did. It is documented. It's not documented.
It's documented here.
It's documented somewhere.
We're gonna ask for a picture of it. It's gonna have you like your Sharpie scratching out Fury and writing something else obnoxious.
Yeah, I know. I have the documentation somewhere.
Anyways, we are going to be doing this. The competition will have a like an end date of when season 3 will end, and we will set a 2-week timetable to say, okay, like this is how much time you have to finish your IO. But we all have to start from what is effectively level 1. Some of us will start from level 10 just because our race that we chose has like a head start or whatever. But that doesn't matter so much. And we have to level in that spec, and we have to, you know, everything has to be in the spec. We have to pug every single one of our raids if we ever want to get raid gear, stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to try to record as much of it we can. We're also going to try to take as much data as we possibly can. So part of like, again, the accepts and rejects from the dungeons, but also we will try to have everyone log every single one of their keys so we can see not only how they're performing, but also like, you know, comparatively how they're performing to other classes that they're playing with. And I'm hoping that'll be a ton of data set that we were talking about our science experiment that we'll get out of this, but also maybe someone will win 1.1 million gold to refill their bank account. So that'll be nice. Pay for a couple months of WoW sub. Do you guys have anything you want to say about the competition?
I just want to talk about my strategy here.
Yeah, sure. What's your strat?
My strategy is going to be, next week is a casual week. So I'm probably going to level a little bit next week, but I'm not going to get 80 until 0.5 patch.
Bro, you're not gonna level at all because you're gonna be collecting Pokemon or whatever.
Yeah.
So question for you, Scrap. What is the strategy though? You're not telling us a strategy, you're just telling us a timetable.
Not a strategy exactly. I'm a little, so we do have a week to level. I'm a little nervous that some people are gonna hit 80 the first week because I really feel like you have a huge advantage. Yeah, he probably will. But he also has to level his augmentation. Like that was one of the rules that you have to level, and like that's tough. But I guess you can just slam dungeons. But but are people going to be doing
DPS.
dungeons?
We're all DPS, so we're all going to have the same queue problem, right?
Well, Bach isn't really DPS.
He is. He has to queue as DPS.
Yeah. But yeah, so if some of these crazy people just like hit it really hard the first week, I do think that will put me at a disadvantage. But what I plan for is that, like, you know, you're not gonna be leveled for like 3 weeks, and then by then you're already losing the advantage of like coming in at 0 with your main's IO. Like you can get into some kind of scrappy keys without any score. Now, 2 months into the pug scene, it's harder to get into like a cheeky 5 at 0 score. You know, you gotta start at 2.
Yeah, but in fairness, okay. So my thought process to this game is doing that is not necessarily the good idea because one, you're right, you will start with like a 0 score that you have to spend time building up. But that's not necessarily a bad thing because you'll probably do it quickly, right? People will be slamming 6s and 7s.
I don't know, because I feel like I've always, with alts and stuff, which I don't play often, like I always had like you guys to say like, hey, run me through a 10 real quick for my vault. Like starting from 0 with no friends, like I haven't done that since Shadowlands, and I was begging for 10s from people who I like did a key with. I'm like, oh, take me a 10, you got a 10, you got a 10. Like it's, you know, I was relying on the social aspect heavily. So I don't know if this ends up feeling like exhausting, I might just be like, like not.
I hope you don't though. I really hope you commit yourself to it because I feel like there can be so much fun to be uber competitive with all of us, right? Shawnee has told us, he's warned us that he's going to wipe the floor with us. Okay?
Shawnee has told us that on multiple occasions with multiple games.
I'm pushing my Fury to the moon, man.
Yeah, Fury is tough.
The good news is that at least Affliction looks like it's playing pretty well, but again, that could all change. It could get nerfed or it can get whatever. I just don't think I'm gonna like the rotation. What are you feeling, Ioski?
That you're all going down.
Oh shit!
I don't know about that.
Got my cowboy persona coming.
Oh, he's cowboy outlaw. Cool.
Have you ever played Outlaw?
Well, no, because it wouldn't have been on the wheel.
No, I mean like I've played Fury a long time ago. Like I tried it once and I hated it.
I started leveling 1 in Remix, but I never finished it.
Oh, it's
At least it feels like viscerally fun, you know.
I will say I'm very excited about mine because I've always wanted to play Enhancement. I've always been told I'd like Enhancement. It's like a very quick and twitchy melee spec, and so
it feels fun to like let lightning fly.
Yeah. So like I'm hoping that I really do like it because I would like to like have love for a class that doesn't like shit on me all the time. Like that isn't supported by the devs.
So we will do our best to keep data as fresh and updated as possible, not only through the website, but I'm sure we'll talk about the competition as we go through the whole season. So you can see those on future episodes of the podcast. But if you want to keep up to speed, Lithian's going to build this into the mythicdungeonleague.com website. And I'm very much looking forward to getting super competitive. No one has predicted that I will be a front runner in this, and so I'm a little offended by that, and that is only going to drive me to be more competitive. So
who do you think is going to win? Like if we had to place bets,
that's hard, man.
I know who I think's going to win.
Who do you think's gonna win?
Bach.
No,
I don't know. Bach's a master of none, like or whatever. Like what's that phrase? Master of none.
Yeah, but I don't think we're gonna jack of all trades, master of none. But I think I don't know. He was so excited about the game.
Yes, he was.
And I do predict, like, I think he's gonna get an early start, so he's gonna get a little bit of score. And I do predict Og is coming back. So
and I shouldn't say he's a master of none. He's like really good at predicting that. He jumps around a lot. You know?
No, Bach is great. Bach is a great player. I think and I'm gonna stream my entire journey.
Yeah, it sounds like we're all gonna try. Like Shawnee's got his Twitch set up and
yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Yeah, not scrap.
Well, you can't on your computer that's like running shit.
Maybe if you set it all up for me, I can do it, but that wouldn't benefit you at all. So
just do what Shawnee did.
No, I genuinely scrap. I've told you like
it's not hard.
Granted, you've been traveling a lot, but literally right after this, I could show you how to do it. It's so simple.
Yeah,
but I also don't want to learn how to do it.
No, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna show you how to do it, and then all you have to do is hit start streaming, and it'll do the rest for you.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think we'll maybe do that.
I think Haywire is gonna win, guys.
Haywire could win. He's definitely front runner.
Haywire could.
I think he's sandbagging. I think he's sandbagging on.
Yeah,
Shadow.
He's talking about how much he's gonna hate it, but bullshit.
Yeah,
I think Shadow's gonna play
bullshitting.
fun at least. Maybe not great, but fun.
Haywire's also like really good. Okay. Like
yes, he is. But in fairness, Scrap, he hasn't pushed his IO as high as we have. So like
no, he's not. But I don't think this game. So
like that.
Let's talk predictions. I don't know that these characters are going to 3K. Like and even
no. All these are going to 3K.
Definitely.
Why wouldn't they go to 3K?
I was just kind of thinking that these characters would tap out at like 12s or something.
No. Maybe I'm way too competitive to let that happen to me.
Think about Rob hugging the 3K like late in the season is.
We've done that many times, Scrap.
No, I've always had like friends or like even when I get in a key, I'm just like, oh, let's keep going.
Then I've always done that because I don't have my friends. I purposely refused Phoenix's help last season.
I refused friends.
No,
this is. But think about this: you get a baseline of like we've run 10 since the first week because we're running with our friends, so we already have like perfect gear. I think gearing's gonna be hard.
No, I don't.
But I also
gearing?
don't.
You can use what is it, Warband loot or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about like this first like 2 months, like just trying to get a 10 to fill your vault. Like you have to have work to get the score to be.
You gotta get to 80 first.
Well, I'm worried about that too. I think that's
if you slow roll and you
all
get to
inner
80,
turmoil for her.
Does anybody think? Hold on. Does anybody think I'm gonna win?
No.
Okay.
I don't even think your Shaman's.
In fact, I'd even be willing to make a side wager with the other two of you, whether she even gets to level 80.
Dude, we should put a pool on what level she gets up to.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bet on it because since we're saying it here, she probably would just do it just to win the bet. But I don't think she would have even started it.
No,
All right,
dude,
let me ask you
what
guys.
levels
Between the three of us, we each have to pitch in 33K. Would you guys pay her 100K buy-in if she hits level 80?
I'm definitely. So, hold on. Let me get this.
Oh, okay.
I'm definitely gonna hit level 80 because I do
Okay,
enjoy
that's
leveling.
off. That's off.
Okay.
Like I'm telling you, I don't want to like fix the bet.
Actually, no, bet's back on because bullshit. You don't enjoy leveling because you like the stories, yes, but you
No,
never
I like leveling.
level.
I like leveling to
What
70.
level?
I hate leveling from 70 to 80 because I don't like retreading. Like the War
Bro.
Within story is not it. Like
What level? What level
That's
is your
not what you
fire
said in
mage?
the episode where we talked about the War Within story.
What level? What level is your
I'm
fire
not
mage?
enough for me to do it again. What level is my fire mage? I think like 30.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hold on.
Got like a year of progress on it.
If you guys want to pay off my 100K,
No,
I don't mind.
Yeah, I think Io's right that it's going to be your stubbornness will push you to it
you're
anyways.
just gonna be stubborn.
No, I only do what I enjoy. I do that stubbornly sometimes, but I'm like, if I'm not having fun, I'm not gonna do it.
Nah, man, nah.
But I don't think the level 80. I think it might take. You might put it. Say it's gonna take me a long time to get to 80 because I don't do dungeons. I don't do time walking. I don't do any of that stuff. You would say like I'll get 80 by the end of the month. Probably.
Are you going to use
not.
any guides to move fast?
No, hell no. I'm going to Vashir, my favorite zone ever, and I'm turning off the quest log.
In fairness, though, that would be a good vibe, and I think you'll learn your class better, right? You'll like take your time.
I think so too. Dude, literally Vashir, I turn off the quest map thing and I just swim around aimlessly, like trying to find where I'm supposed to
She's not hitting 80. It's not happening.
Okay. Go pay my thing then. I'm gonna hit 80.
Anyways,
pay my entry. If you really don't think so.
Okay. Well, there's something that I wanted to do together. I don't think we are qualified to do it, but I figured we might as well. It's okay. So I'm pretty sure you're all familiar with how like the college March Madness bracket busters work, right?
No, yeah. I don't know anything about sports.
So scrap. The long and short of it is that there's 64 teams or whatever that go into a tournament, right? And at the start of the tournament, everyone builds a bracket, and the idea is that you want to try to get as accurate of a bracket of who wins every game to the final, right? Well, last night on stream, Max was talking about how he's going to do a little mini game of where if someone can guess the Race to World First composition makeup to the most accurate, they'll win either like a copy of the expansion or something. He doesn't have that. He can't give cash away, but he's going to give something away, right? So we can submit our own raid comp, and I thought we'd maybe do this as a group. And so what we got to do is I thought we'd quickly try to come up with what we think the raid comp will look like for Race to World First. Now, the reason why I think we're going to be actually not qualified, but maybe good at this is because the same thing happens with the college basketball bracket buster.
Blah, blah, blah.
Basketball bracket.
Yeah. It happens where the people who know the least about college basketball usually are the ones who do well in it, right? Because you got to pick the upsets and all that stuff. So maybe we have no idea what we're doing and we'll just get lucky and win something. So
can you pull up what the comp was of the last Race to World First so I can have that information?
I don't think that's relevant, but sure.
You don't think it's relevant, but
this have to be like because this is tough because they switch compositions throughout the fight.
No, it's on the last boss.
Like,
the final one.
The last boss.
On the final kill. On the final kill.
Okay.
Right.
Can I look at? God, you're gonna make me do this, aren't you?
You don't think this information is valid?
No, because things change and the boss fights are different.
Yeah, like what? This one's gonna have like 4 Mistweavers and 4 Fire Mages.
Okay,
like
so
like
Prot Warrior and Prot Paladin.
Oh my god, look at all the
Resto, 2 Mist and Disc, and then all the DPS right here. 4 Fire.
So that's
a good
example.
This is a good example. The reason why there are 4 Fire Mages is because of the way the mechanics worked. And this wasn't actually like this was changed based off a single encounter. Or 2 encounters, I should say, but Muggsy was also
Well, I'm gonna use this information. I'm gonna say it's gonna have 4 arcane mages.
Nah.
Yep. 3.
Okay, I just realized the chaos I've brought upon us. Let's start with the tanks, okay?
I don't know.
What tanks do you think are coming?
Prot Pally.
Prot Pally?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, actually, I could see that because I'm not sure there's going to be a Ret or a Holy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think Warrior with its DPS will be the main tank?
2 warriors.
Warrior
No.
Blood Decay.
Either Blood Decay or I'm thinking maybe
I think Blood
Brew.
Decay.
Yeah, Blood Decay.
Well, yeah, it could be Brew. I don't know, but
I
I always choose Blood Decay, but it's fine.
I think, Lithian, you were telling me that Blood Decay is popping off with some. No, maybe it was Bach. Someone said that Blood Decay is doing tons of damage right now.
I
wouldn't
like
you rather have a Frost though? Isn't Frost gonna be good?
Yeah, but you can have.
Yes, but the argument is it good for raid? It might be more of a good for Mythic Plus thing.
Frost generally is.
But that doesn't mean they. I mean, again, they're gonna we're trying to predict here the damage profiles that are the most important, which will be tough when we get to the damage itself. But
we don't know if there's even any ads on this fight.
We do know that, and I think there are.
Do we know that?
Yeah, I don't think Vengeance will be in there, even though it's like arguably the best Mythic Plus. They're just terrible in raid. I don't think it'll be Guardian unless. Okay, so do they need Mark of the Wild, and that's why they have to bring a Guardian Druid because
Resto? No, because Resto.
They're gonna have Resto.
Yeah, Resto.
So Guardian's out, right?
Yeah.
I don't think they'll do 2 Prot Warriors because Prot is only going to do damage when it's getting Rage, which is needing to be tanked.
Right.
So
well,
it's
Blood
really,
DK does a good amount of damage, right?
Yeah. Well, Brew might be doing a good amount of damage too. I don't know. But
put the Brew on there.
All right, you're saying Brew, and that's where they get their Mystic Touch.
Because why would you take another monk?
Well, Mistweavers do a hella damage or hella healing right now in raid.
Yeah, I would say probably at least 2. I would say probably the same as we had last time. 2 Mistweavers, a Disc, and a Resto.
Resto Druid, yeah.
So Resto Druid.
Yeah.
You don't think right now shamans? Right now, Resto Shamans are bugged where their chain heal like triple dips in something. It's not
but don't forget, you're gonna start like that fight separated and in raid a lot. Like the more like rampy profiles are usually better.
Damn, he's using facts though.
So you don't think they do 2 Restos and 2 Mistweavers and split them?
No, they do a Disc Priest too because they want the Priest buff.
Okay. Well, you don't think Shadow's going to be?
Probably not.
Shadow's been reworked, and when they rework them, they usually overpowered.
Frank, throw in an Augvoker.
Okay, one or 2.
Throw in an
4.
Aug, it's fine.
No, choose the max they would do.
No, you won't have it. I'm joking. I don't want to
put 2 Augs in there. Put 2
Augs in there. We have to have the odd pick, right?
You're so easily.
I can't wait to see how wrong we are. By the way,
usually they put an Enhanced Shaman in there.
Okay, hold on. Let's do this. Let's. Okay, we need to cover all buffs, right? So we've got the warrior buff, we've got the monk buff for sure. We've got druid buff, we got priest buff. So
we don't have a death grip.
So we need a havoc demon hunter if we don't have a vengeance.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we need
that's
havoc.
You don't have an intellect buff.
You're gonna need that hunter's mark, dude. Put the marks.
Just to be clear, are we keeping augmentation here? Because
of course.
All right, hunter buff. Which hunter buff are we getting?
Marks.
Beast.
I think beast.
Beast.
Yeah, I think. Beast.
Yeah.
Is there gonna be a lot of movement shit?
Well, and even if it's not, it's just like they're the mechanic based hunter. So you know. All right, mage.
Mage.
We need a warlock.
Frost mage.
No, arcane. 2 arcanes.
No.
They have good single target.
No.
Yeah, they have huge burn.
Scrap. The argument's being made that while they are really good at burst and funnel, maybe they need more consistent damage, which Frost offers.
Frost is more single target.
You fire mage.
No.
I know
it's
gonna be arcane. I know it's gonna be arcane, dude.
In fairness, fire mages have been nerfed, but they were nerfed in a way that seems like their AoE was nerfed.
Yeah. I still say Frost.
All right, so 1 vote for Frost.
Yeah,
whatever you put in, put 2.
We'll figure more.
1 Frost for now.
Eventually.
Okay.
No, put 2.
Well, do you want to put 2 Frost mages or 1 of each?
Yeah, 2 Frost mages. They're not gonna take like one of one and one of the other. They're gonna take 2 of whatever the best one is.
They absolutely could.
No, last time they took 4 fire mages.
Yes, but that's
because they were OP.
No, because they were OP for the fight. Like
put in two Frost mages.
2 Frost mages. Okay, stupid shit.
All
right, we've already got a monk buff. Do we want a Windwalker?
Nah. What kind of warlock do we want? Because we're gonna need one.
Affliction.
Why are we going to warlock?
No, I don't know. I don't know anything about warlock.
Getting the cookies.
I hear affliction. I hear affliction has good funnel. So
yeah,
probably affliction. Then.
Okay,
throw them in there.
All right. We do not have a shaman. So which shaman?
Enhance.
Really?
There's gonna be a melee group.
That's irrelevant. Scrap. Their buff works.
All right, I forgot.
I don't think enhance is down bad. They're saying. They're saying scrap.
No.
Just to give you an idea, they're saying prop warriors are within like 10% DPS Output as enhanced.
Didn't they just buff single
'cause they're
target
getting enhanced.
elemental?
I
feel like they
think
buff single target
elemental might
elemental.
have the chance to shine this
Hey,
tier.
fine. Put elemental in there.
Oh yeah, put elemental. That's fine.
We don't have we have all ranged DPS. There's no
Oh, wait,
melee.
we need
No, we have a
rogue.
havoc. We have a havoc.
Oh, havoc. Yeah.
Okay.
We need a
Rogues.
Havoc, Mistweavers.
I think
Ass rogue, I
assassination. Yeah.
Ass rogue.
Yeah.
And I might even think it might be 2.
Okay.
Oh.
Are we
Sure.
missing any buffs?
You got
Ret.
paladin.
Yeah. Paladin.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, with a ret.
so yeah, put a
Let's
ret
go
in there. Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be red.
No, we already
You don't
pulled.
think
Well, it
Holy's
has
gonna
to be. It has to be a
Has to
ret.
be.
No, I mean we can
I
take
think
out
they're gonna
Mistweaver.
buff.
One of the
No,
Mistweavers.
no.
I think
it
they're
has
gonna
to be.
buff ret.
Ret. Yeah, put it in.
Oh,
Ready spaghetti.
okay.
Yeah. What are we missing?
All right. I think we've got every buff. Let's look.
We don't have a cheat death.
The hell's a
we,
cheat death?
we do with elemental, but oh yeah. Well, okay.
It says 0.
They're saying holy might be big because of that cheat death. I don't know. It's like
0
Okay.
stuns.
Okay, take out a Mistweaver and put in a holy.
No
priest.
stuns. No stuns.
No, the affliction warrior or warlock has stuns. Warrior has stuns. What does it mean? 0 stuns.
all right. We have all the buffs
I
we
don't know,
need.
that's
It
what
looks
it
like.
says.
Hunter has stuns.
So
Okay, cool.
we
No,
just
we-
we,
no,
have
we're just looking
DPS, and then we can maybe look back at what we want to change about the healers.
What slots do we have left?
We have 1, 2, 3, 4 melee, 6 if you
Okay.
count the tanks, and 8 if you
Okay.
count the Mistweavers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9 if you count the 2 healers.
I think we want another warlock.
How many more spots do we need? Like how many
3.
more characters? 3. Okay.
Wait, go back to this last season's one. Do they have different specs, or they copy the same spec?
In this case, they don't. But let's maybe look
Yeah.
at like One Arm Bandit.
Okay.
And see. No, they
That's a
all
little
copy
bit
the same.
different.
No. Okay, so we just want to copy ones we already have. Then I say put in another Aflock.
Another Aflock?
Yeah, one for each side.
One for each
I
side?
Yeah.
think we're making a mistake not doing Shadow Priest, but okay.
Yeah, we can do Shadow Priest.
Put in a Shadow Priest. Damn.
All right. Well, then we need another melee.
Damn.
Melee, yeah, melee. Put survival hunter.
I don't think Arms of Warriors it or
What?
Arms of Furies it. I
No,
don't think
no,
Windwalker's it
definitely
because
not.
people seem to be Windwalker does really well, just not in.
We don't have a DK. What the fuck?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we need
we
a
don't,
DK.
okay. Yeah. All right.
Frost.
or-
Throw Frost in.
Frost.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
So that's the first.
DK doesn't
wave.
have a raid buff?
No,
What? No.
The grip.
Oh.
the grip and
The grip.
AMZ. AMZ's been buffed pretty heavily.
There are ads. Should we put another DK in instead? of
Yeah,
an
another
Aflock?
one for each
Okay.
side.
Let's start with the tanks. Do we want to change our tanks? Are we happy with them?
No.
Nah.
I think we're good.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Okay.
Ooh.
Leave it.
I think Blood replaces Brewmaster, but okay.
Okay, take it out.
Don't just act on a whim. We need a consensus here. This is the MDL submission, okay?
Dude,
Yeah,
whatever, right?
Put blood in.
Are you sure?
Put blood
Are
in.
we ever
Yeah, put
Yeah.
blood in. Put blood in. We have
I
so
think
many
the damage is
Mistweavers.
high enough that it's worth it.
Put blood
And-
I
in.
like
another
blood.
AMZ.
I like blood and raid.
Yeah, another AMZ
Oh,
is
another
also
AMC.
big.
That's true. That's
All right.
huge.
Huge.
They've already got their Mystic Touch. They don't need it, okay? All right, so let's
So
look
you got
at
every
healers.
buff.
2 Mistweavers. Now, again, they ran 2
Mhm.
Mistweavers. Not in this fight, but they did in the last fight. Where was
One on each side, dude.
it? Boom.
One on each side. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
they do big damage.
One on each. How do you know the last boss has
They don't do
multiple
big
sides?
damage anymore, but that's okay.
They don't. No.
I think Resto is a
You
lock
just-
for sure.
I feel like you're just
Yeah.
saying stuff.
Should we do 2 Restos instead of 2 Mistweavers?
I kind of want to take a gamble and switch Discipline with Holy.
No.
Okay.
No. I
Swap says
disagree.
no. Io says yes.
Absolutely
I
not.
agree. I agree. Holy.
They still have that
holy,
shield crap that was making everybody crazy.
Barrier?
What?
Wasn't there
Barrier?
like this shield that was way OP in keys that we
In
talked about on the
keys,
podcast?
yeah, but not really in raid.
Yeah,
though.
it's
not
not,
a-
it's not a
Yeah,
huge raid.
raid is different.
I don't like Holy, Frank.
Okay.
Don't like it.
Oh,
Lithium?
okay. I guess I like holy. I think holy
Over disc?
I would.
Yeah.
I would say you could put holy in over a Mistweaver maybe if you really wanted to.
I don't
You
know
wouldn't
about
do
that
it
because
for the
I
disc.
wouldn't.
the
I
throughput
wouldn't
of
do
Mistweavers
that.
is so good.
Mhm.
Put it in front instead of the disc.
Oh, now you're changing your
What?
I
tune?
changed my mind.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know anything about this at all.
I
I'm
know, I
just
know.
vibes based.
Okay, so the healers are locked?
Yeah, locked.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to try to put all the range together.
Get the Aflock, yeah.
Oh, actually, Beastmaster's range, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got, let's do melee. We've got 5 melee outside of obviously the tanks and potential Mistweavers. So
yeah,
Ret, we're happy with that. Has to be there for the buff.
Yep.
Okay, and we don't believe Holy or Prop Paladin is going to replace it.
No.
Yeah.
I think Assassination is looking really, really good, so it makes sense to have 2 Assassination Rogues, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Frost DK, spec's been reworked.
Yep.
It's likely that's going to be good, so I feel good about these 4 so far, and Havoc is a must. So I feel actually our melee are locked. Like, that is a given, right?
Yep.
Do we feel like we're too range heavy? Do we need to swap out?
No, you have to have the 2 Augs, so we can't swap that out.
Yeah. Agreed.
You can't.
Oh my god.
You have to have them.
You need to make those assassinations pump even harder.
You gotta Aug each side, you know.
Okay.
What if we get it all right except for the Augs? That would be so funny.
Do we believe that there should be 2 mages?
I still think there should be 2 arcane mages, but there should definitely be 2.
What?
That's just what I
Usually-
feel like.
Yeah, usually they always have a couple mages.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna be arcane.
They might even
mages.
have more mages.
Nah, Frost or Fire, whichever.
That's
Frost
fine.
is fine.
Arcane does funnel.
Havoc does funnel.
Frost.
Yeah. Affliction does funnel to a degree.
But I don't know how much funnel you're gonna get out of the raid. I guess I didn't do any of the raid testing.
Yeah,
so
nor have we read the dungeon journal.
Yeah,
No.
so I
That should
We
be
are
this crazy ad
literally-
fight.
we're just we're shooting it in the wind. It's fine.
You said
Don't
the
worry
people who
about
don't
it.
know anything about it are the ones who
Well,
normally
Frost is
win.
really good at 2-target cleave, so even if there are ads, it's not
They
like
are.
a
They
problem.
are.
Yeah.
They are.
Are Fury really good at ads or something?
Uh,
Fury Warrior?
Yeah,
Fury
they
hasn't
are,
been
no,
good.
They
Fury-
are, no, they are really
Fury-
good. They were really good at Ansurrect and her ads because they were
Fury's
like
not good
no
at
more than
anything.
5. No, they were. They were
Gotcha.
taken in Ansurrect because of
No,
how
no,
good they were.
can't- They
Okay,
can't
look
even
up. Were they
Bladestorm.
taken in World First Ansarek?
Yeah.
Let me see.
I would-
Answering. Nah.
Nah.
I would say swap the ret. Put in a prop pally and grab a Fury Warrior, but
No, you can't do that.
There, 2 of them were brought.
Oh yeah, you're right. There were 2.
Fury
But
was good
Fury
back
Warrior
then, man.
sucks ass right now.
I mean, it's look at the
I
meta.
mean, I think it
tier
sucked
list,
just as
man.
much ass back then, but whatever.
I don't think
All right, so we're locking in Frost, yeah? Locked.
Yeah.
Okay, Beastmaster locked. That makes the most sense, I think, other than maybe Marksman, but
Yeah.
I think Beastmaster.
Marks has to move or can't move
yeah,
is
yeah,
free.
Yeah, Beast is just free. Elemental. That's our shaman
Yeah,
buff. So
I like that.
we don't want a resto shaman. We don't want an enhancement shaman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Shadow.
sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Affliction. 2 of them.
2 of them.
And again, they only had 1. Not that it matters.
This time
but-
they're going to have 2.
did
They
he
also
play
had
Affliction?
3
Yeah, he played
Windwalkers.
Affliction on it too. So I think Affliction's the right choice there.
Mhm.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah,
2
Yeah, this
augmentation
is the
evokers.
absolutely locked double
now they're
Aug.
saying
This is a scrap.
devastation has some, and I think maybe more
De-
in
Dev-
plus, but
That's because they're
Dev
cowards.
is the top. Dev is the top single target damage dealer last season.
Aug.
But right below Marksman, actually. Marksman and then Dev were the top 2 raid damage this last season.
I'm betting heavy on
Bet.
Aug.
Look at Warcraft logs.
Not
It'll tell
putting Ogden is like picking
Oh,
you
yeah,
and on your bracket. Like
yeah,
that's
but
like
survival
that's like
100
a
second, and we saw
pro-
that's
That's
Power
a PI.
infusion.
That's a
yeah,
PI.
but they're gonna get power infusion.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Oh, that's true. How many PIs do we have?
2.
1.
We have 2.
Oh,
Two.
2.
Okay.
Now, granted, this is late into the season, and that can easily change.
Yeah.
But Devastation Evoker tops the list no matter what, with all
Dude,
5
Dev
target or not.
Dev was pumping in raid. man.
I'm telling you guys, I think Dev needs to be in this list.
All right, let's add it. Let's remove a.
No.
Take out something else.
No, keep those. Remove an affliction.
Let's
Keep
remove
those.
an
No,
Aug.
don't touch my Augs. Get rid of an affliction.
What is wrong with you? Nobody's gonna have 2 Augs.
It's the dark horse pick.
Oh god, what's wrong with you?
You gotta pick some upsets.
Have they
in the
ever had 2
bracket.
Augs in a race
Yeah,
war first?
like
When
Amir
Aug was
Drusilla or
S
whatever.
tier,
It's coming back.
I mean,
we
I think it's coming back too, but
Honestly, we need more Ogs.
What if they split it into 3 sections and need 3 Augs?
Right? Oh, that's a good point.
The trident. The trident.
Yep.
All right, are we locked in?
Locked.
Yeah, we're locked in. We're locked
I
in.
really
We're
hope
locked
that we have it 100% right, except the 2 Augs. Like,
in. God. Then we
That'd be
can
so
blame
funny.
you. We
good.
can blame you 100%.
I'll take it.
Let me submit this.
Golly.
Screenshot it.
Well, no.
Oh, you
I think
submit it. Submit it. Oh.
Oh, do you screenshot
Did you
it?
screenshot one with us with our faces so they're like, oh, hey, that's Max's buddy.
Yeah, right.
All right, how many polls do you think we'll take?
Oh, this one's gonna be a big one.
I think they're
What
gonna
was
make it
last-
harder than the last one. Last one was 100, and it was like 101, and it was
No,
like
this
a
one's
joke.
gonna be
How many polls was
226.
Amtrak?
226. That's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
I don't
Is
think
that
that's
a
crazy.
lot?
I don't think that's crazy.
How many
Yeah,
polls
how much
was
is
Amtrak?
Answer? How much is Answer?
Answer was like.
Wasn't she like
a lot more than
400?
that. No, she was like 3 something.
400. I think you guys are.
No, that
I
doesn't.
think you guys are crazy.
I thought it was normally around like 200 to 300 for a
No,
race.
it's
But
like
I'm
2
speaking
to
of my
300
ass.
is a fair. No, 2 to
I don't
300
watch.
Yeah.
I don't watch Race the World first, so I
Oh my
guess
God,
I don't know.
They got it
400.
down 408.
400.
226. That is a perfect number.
I like 226. I feel good about it.
226 just feels right.
369.
No.
What's
Yeah, put
my-
your
Probably
dis-
liquid.
what's
I
my
like how it
Discord?
says or something. I don't.
Yeah.
IDK. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Put your
that's
Twitch,
okay.
Frank.
All right.
Do
and
at
we
Twitch.
think
Because they
Liquid's
don't know
gonna
what
win?
that is at Discord or what.
I don't know, man. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about any of these guilds that are
Who's
listed.
gonna win? Because USA all the way.
Yeah.
USA. USA.
All right.
Is Liquid the USA one?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Where are the other two from? Europe?
Europe.
Yep.
Method is
Oh.
like the old method that then it got split into Echo. leading
Does
against
the
them.
Chinese guilds don't count?
You
In
didn't
this?
answer a question.
Wait, hold on.
What?
No, it says you're signed and you can only respond to this form once. Continue. What?
Oh. Huh.
Okay. It's been responded.
There you
Okay.
go.
All right. What else do we have on our agenda today? Hold on. Let me go back here.
I did lose the timer at some point, so
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I
Let's go
accidentally
through
closed
some
it.
quick news bullets. The first scrap
Rookie.
I wanted to let you know about was guess what? No more skywriting races in Crash.
No.
I heard that they fired the guy who did them.
Yeah,
They're
'cause it was
done
dumb.
forever.
Yeah,
I
it's
would
dumb.
think it's safe to
It's
assume
on
that.
Crash.
Only
No,
two
no,
people
it's-
did it.
Yeah,
That's so sad.
and they were part of the culling.
No.
Thank goodness.
That makes me so
culling
sad. Why?
of
I
The
like
race
the top comment
department.
says people still do those.
The next comment is they're lame.
Oh, shit.
Aw.
Also,
All
the
the
right thing in
comments.
Undercity was
Well, and I
horrible.
see one person says I'm canceling my sub, and they probably mean that 100%, like not facetiously.
Good riddance. Good riddance. Let them go.
Oh,
It is a
I
bummer
don't,
because
That's me, the anime guy crying.
Oh my god.
this
That's
wasn't
me
a
too.
great. This wasn't a
Kicking my
great
legs.
area for it, but I mean, especially for the next expansion, they
Let's
couldn't
do
cook up
cars.
something. Like, what the hell?
Do car races.
How hard could it
No,
be?
I'm over the car thing. I hate drive now.
Oh,
You know
I
what they're gonna
100%
do?
am over
They're
I
it.
gonna
spend more
still
time
have-
trying to get there because of how bad driving is than just getting on my regular mountain.
They're still
Yeah.
gonna have the unfun fucking world. The only world quest I do is the flying ones, dude. They're gonna have the unfun
Oh.
catalogers
Fly
raft.
through-
They're bringing
un-
back
No,
Yeah.
you remember the world quest? I think it was in Legion where you had to like walk the path that would disappear. So you'd have like
Oh,
it'd show
that
you the
one
path.
sucks.
Yeah, it's
I
coming
hate
back.
that one.
I saw that.
Dude, they're gonna have the catalogers raft and the stupid climbing the wall, but they're gonna get rid of the
I
actually
hate climbing
fun.
the
No,
wall.
they don't
world
do the climbing the
quests.
wall anymore.
no,
They're-
they
Oh,
quit
There's
they
a
that.
couple
don't have
climbing the
that?
walls in
There
the-
wasn't
Yeah,
in
they're
War
gonna quit
Within.
it. They're gonna quit
In War
it.
Within,
They're
there was
gonna quit
climbing
it.
the wall.
I've
No,
never
thank
seen
you.
one, but I mean, whatever.
Because
I
I do
have.
that one too. Yeah.
All right, what
But
was
it's dumb.
I don't do world quests anyways. Okay. There's another trading post for August. We got some
Hey.
Yeah,
chessboard
great for you
mounts.
chess.
I don't
themed
care about
characters.
chest. I don't care about chest at
You
all.
don't want to look like this?
No, I don't want to look like that. That looks stupid as
Dog,
hell.
this is for nerds.
Oh, look at those snowy things.
That's for
Those
nerds?
I kind of
Scott?
like that one.
Oh yeah. That's
No, the
what I
chess
thought.
stuff. Chess is for
no,
nerds.
all the chest stuff. It's all chest
Oh, I want the
stuff,
horsey
man.
though. The
Can I get
horse maze.
mugs? Oh, that's a good one.
Nah, I don't want any of it, man.
No,
I ain't wasting.
You know what?
I'm not wasting my tendies, man.
Dude, you know what? I ain't mad at it because I've been broke ass on tendies the past couple.
Yeah,
I need to save some.
I'm saving.
I'm saving.
I'm saving.
Yep.
All right.
I mean,
Well,
you're gonna get them out. You're gonna get them out for completing the monthly thing anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
You
Dude,
just won't have the gold one.
well, I was thinking maybe I kind of want the checkered stuff because for my checkered flag for my dragon flying, but now what's the point?
That mount's very voidish.
What's the point?
Nah, I don't care. I don't care. Get rid of it. Get
Okay.
out of here.
Well, have you? I know I have. I know Lithian has. I don't know if everyone else has. But have you guys looked at your recap?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did very
any big
briefly because I
takeaways
wasn't
from
at home.
Scrap wasn't on mine.
We
I
played
was on everybody's.
We played
You
with
were on
all specs,
everybody's.
or I played with all specs of Mythic Plus.
You know what? You know what? I didn't play with one spec, and it was Survival Hunter.
Oh, really? Well, I guess because
Yeah.
you would never take.
Wait,
a second one.
wait,
You never played with all.
You played with
wait,
another
wait.
one, didn't you?
No, I never did.
You played with the
Yeah, you
double
did.
survival
We didn't
hunter. You
complete
did
a
a
key.
10 priority, didn't you?
You didn't complete the
it.
key,
Didn't
maybe.
complete it, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's because it was double survival hunter.
Didn't complete
40
it.
days.
So bad.
40 days to complete Gallywix. I think we
God, we're
literally
such
guessed
losers,
this
dude.
to the day. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Such losers.
I remember.
We're such losers.
We definitely guessed the poll count, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
No, I overdid the polls because we had less than
It was like
100
78.
for sure.
Yeah, it
Less
was like
than-
78.
Yeah,
In fact, it might even tell us here. No. Somewhere it might tell us.
It was
I think it does.
34.
Yeah, there you go.
34.
34 is insane.
Yeah.
Like,
That's not insane.
that's so low.
And in fairness, Lithian, how many of them were us not
Oh.
getting the tank mechanic correct?
Yeah.
I mean, it was a couple. It
I
was
think
a
this
few.
is our highest season for IOs. Is that correct?
For me, yeah, 32 something.
Yeah,
I-
for me.
This is I think the first season where I haven't played more than 4 alts. I feel like I normally play like 7 or 8 of them, at least one point.
Yes.
Yes. That's strange. And then here's the E-team comp,
Hey.
which was replaced by a druid later in the season. Yeah.
Dude, I played Blood Death Knight for a long time.
7
crazy.
days of mythics.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's low.
375
Mine was like
dungeons.
3.
Someone on Twitter said they did like 1,500 dungeons, and I just put the meme of that girl
What?
crying while she's crying, drawing with a crayon. And I just
Yeah,
said like
yeah.
how I feel when I'm at work, knowing that someone's
How many
running
did I
8
do?
times the dungeons I've run.
Hold on. I think I did a bunch.
You did more than I did. You did like 400 and something, I thought.
Where's
Yeah,
my
I did a
screenshot?
lot.
Enough of this done to watch the Warcraft movie 83 or 88 times. That's a shame.
I'm gonna go find my.
Sorry, I ask you, you're not my best friend because Haywire's alt kicked you off.
I think you were on mine.
Yeah, I was, yeah.
Can we appreciate that I was on every single one
Nope.
Nah.
that anybody posted?
No, in fairness, that is not normal for you anymore, and it was this season
What are you
because
talking
you
about?
played it
It's
so
normal
chill.
every season because I
No.
only play one character.
No, but we also stopped seeing you because you start playing with everyone else, so we play with other people instead.
You always say that, and then I'm always number one on everyone's list.
Number
so.
one.
Yep. Okay, so I did 217 dungeons. You know what? Mine says, put another way, this is how long it would take to digest a banana 226 times.
What?
I've never
Would
gotten that
you-
one before. Banana comparison.
Oh
Would
my
you rather
gosh.
read Digest a Banana 226 times or watch the Warcraft movie 88 times?
The Warcraft movie because I love it.
Hold on.
Okay, we are
Let's see.
closing in on 2 hours. I had a lot of questions for you, but I'll try to like rapid fire them. Are you guys okay with that?
Yeah. Send
Okay.
it.
So-
Hit it fast. Let's go.
First question. Were talent tree redesigns, i.e. bringing them back into the kind of like multi-tiered system as opposed to the MOP version that you see right now in MOP Classic, were they a good or a bad idea? To give you some context, the concern is that all that choice makes tuning difficult, and a lot of the choices mean actually nothing.
They're fine. The tuning's the best it's been in a long time.
That's what I said, so I'm... Oh, wait,
I
are
also-
you copying my tweet? Is that what you're...
I am, but I do also agree with
Okay.
it. But it was a good point you made that I agree with.
Fair enough. Okay.
I'll speak on because I don't think we were doing the podcast at the time, but I was the biggest fucking hater of the old school talent tree. I was like, this is just for nostalgia. It's gonna be the same. Everybody's gonna pick the same spec or whatever. But I'll say I won't say I'm a big supporter of it, but I'm definitely not a hater.
You think it went
anymore.
better than expected?
Better than expected. I do like kind of kit bashing my own talent in raid where it doesn't matter. Now in Mythic Plus it still is the same. I kind of just look on Blood Mallet who's running the best whatever, and it's normally pretty much the same. Some seasons it can be very variant, like 2 different builds are at top or whatever. I prefer the simplicity of the other system just because it was super intuitive and you didn't really need to like constantly be like, how's the tuning on this? How's the tuning on this? It's like you kind of knew that like, oh, this is for AoE situations. This is for that. This is more defensive. Like this is whatever. It was a lot simpler. I don't hate it, but I might have just gotten used to it. I will say, if I had to say, I kind of slightly enjoy it, but reluctantly.
Reluctant.
I think if we're being honest, there isn't a lot of variety in it for a lot of players.
Yeah, that's what I predicted, and I remember you saying, "Oh no, it's gonna be people are gonna make all kinds of crazy stuff."
Well, I don't think it's not because there isn't variety in the tree. I think it's just because people are lazy.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's gonna just copy the best build and call it good.
Yeah.
I want to ask you something because part of the, and we might do this maybe for the next Cult of the Wheel season. Tettles today wrote what tweet? Can you remind me?
Oh yeah, he had a tweet. Let me see if I can find it real quick. But basically, hold on, let's look it up.
I'll pull it up.
Yeah. But oh yeah, so it was. I think the game would be more fun if Sims didn't exist. Vibes and random stat weights, just making shit up. Get to cook your own talent and builds without pressure for having numbers and more perfect knowledge. And
if you're not topping the meters, what are you doing?
Well, I commented on it. Could be a fun experiment. Take one season where you don't look at Sims or your logs and just raw dog it. Might make a good content series. And he's like, well, I would, if there wasn't social pressure, I'd do it. It's like, well, then shut up because you weren't about what you posted.
Well, and he does the 0 to hero stuff, like I think on alts. So why can't you do this on an alt?
Yeah. Right.
Like do the 0 to hero thing where you just like that. Going back to our Cult of the Wheel, like I feel like next time we do this, we should have a rule where you cannot look at guides. You have to figure it out.
Oh my gosh!
No matter what,
that doesn't sound fun.
Oh, I'd love to do that. I'd love to pick out my own talents based on vibe.
You can.
Well, I wouldn't know any different.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Well, next season I will.
Why not this season?
Be about what
because I've already looked at them, so I can't undo it. I can't undo
what you're posting, brother.
But that's the thing is like everyone's gonna obviously want to sim and do the best because that's what everyone will normally do. But like be the person to be like, oh hey, I'm playing Boomkin, I'm doing whatever I want to do, and look, I'm still getting title or whatever. You don't need to do all this stuff, and maybe other people will also be like, oh yeah, that's right, Tettles did it, I can do it too. What would Tettles do, you know?
Screw that guy. I don't know that guy, but screw him anyway.
Personally, I've never enjoyed this aspect of the game.
Of just reading the town trees and putting them in?
Yeah, never, ever. Like because it has so much impact. Like if it was just
you're right.
Character-wise, it's like, dude, just tell me what the best thing is, and then I'll learn how to execute it the best. Like I just want to execute with all the tools that's going to make me the most successful. I do not give a fuck about.
Well, so this happened for me when I was doing the PTR and the Frost DK changes happened, and I just kind of built a talent tree based off again vibes. And I think I did okay, but I have even Arcane Mages, for example. I've had it where I was like, oh, I want to change this talent and see because it looks more fun to play, and then it was like a 40% swing it felt like in performance.
Yeah.
Now granted that might be a oversimplification of it, but like if there's going to be a talent swing where it's like, oh, I'd rather take this one. I get it that they're still going to have probably like the best choice just based off synergy or whatever. But it would be nice to know that like it wouldn't cost even 10%, maybe like 5% difference to play the way you want to play. So, you know, but I'd be curious to see how it goes.
I will say that I feel like, you know, iOS the tunings is better than it has been like between classes is true. But I think there's been issues, at least in my class, with like tuning of certain abilities being so shitty just because of like how the talent tree is done, that like I think the way they intended the class to be played with like buttons that like these are all the buttons in your rotation, that like there's a couple buttons in my rotation that are just like so negligibly tuned. And I think that it would be easier to tune it if there was less talent node choices. You know what I mean? Negligible to press.
I think it's actually the inverse of it, Scrap. I think that they have the fact that they have so many knobs to tune can make it so that they have a little more nuance in how they tune everything. Because, you know, if they have like just going back to the mop example where it's like the last bar is your most impactful bar to choose from. But like one is they tune the dial to what seems to them 1%, but it actually ends up being a 10% damage swing because of, again, synergies. Like, it doesn't give them that agency to say, okay, well, maybe I can create a talent that would allow me to lessen the impact of that still makes that super cool and, you know, bottom of the talent tree, what do they call it? Capstone, be really awesome. So, I don't know.
I'm just speaking from personal experience where it does seem like, you know, when some talents are strong. And here's the other thing is that when they do like hero talents and stuff, I know this is with the Fury Warrior or Dragonflight, I think, is that they would like make the 4 set swing you to the other side of the tree kind of arbitrarily. It's like, dude, everybody does the left side of the tree. Okay, now the hero talents are going to make you do the right side of the tree. And it's like, okay, well, everybody's doing that. Okay, now they're going to make you do the middle. Like, it just seems like you don't like that?
I like being able to see a fresh change of things. And don't get me wrong, they can get
I do like a fresh change of things. It's just annoying because it reminds me that I don't have a choice. Like,
and to kind of piggyback off of that, like I know monks, mistweavers especially, they always talk about how a lot of their base healing is not that great and it gets buffed up by the talents. And I know recently, especially with a lot of the Holy Paladin tuning they've been doing, a lot of our talents that we pick on our talent side of the tree are actually like passive things that add on to other things, but it's not necessarily making anything more powerful. And they've been putting a lot more strength back into the buttons we press, which has been awesome because it's like now we don't need to worry about picking specific talents to make our buttons useful. So I think Scrap's right where you need to actually be able to have like all your stuff be usable without the tree. But it is nice having the tree to also add, you know, potentially some functionality to it. But it does suck when you have buttons that it's like, well, I can't even take the talents because I need the talents to make my other buttons worth pressing.
Yeah. That's happening right now with Brewmaster and the totem or whatever they have.
I just don't like I don't like the fact that there's always these cookie cutter builds that everybody's going to use no matter what. And I mean, there's 2 ways to fix it, right? You can just get rid of the talent trees.
Yeah. Okay.
Or you can create an overly complex system where you have multiple branches of great talents, but it creates. I feel like for a new gamer, it would create an overwhelming amount of complexity because they're not going to know which one is best, even though it could be determined by what playstyle you enjoy off of that class that you're playing. You know, if you wanted to be like a battle mage, you know, you could spec into, you know, doing some of that stuff if it existed in this game, right? But unfortunately, you know, we're kind of just locked into the way the system is, and I'm kind of.
Well, so hold on. That's my point, though. Hold on, Scrap. Like the thing about the mop talent tree is, wouldn't it be even more cookie cutter prone because there's only 4 choices to make?
It is.
Yeah, but it was kind of like, but what they're saying is that like, hey, we recognize that when you go through a talent tree, you're having an A, B, C option just with extra steps. Like, here's just your A, B, C option. Like,
well, no. What ends up happening though, Scrap, is that because it takes 6 points to get to your A option, right? You have to choose how you route to that. Now, again, okay, so PoE is a good example of this because PoE has so many choices that what ends up happening, and this might be just a result of ARPGs being that like you don't have to be optimal to be able to play the game to a level you like, right? But I'd argue that's the same way with WoW. But like you would see in the case of like Diablo 4, I'm playing Diablo 4 again with my friends, and there's like 5 variations of Sorcerer and 5 variations of the Necromancer or whatever. And it's like you can play the blood build, or you can play the minion build and all that stuff. And they're all viable to a degree. You know, one's obviously better than the other, but no one seems to necessarily care about that because as long as they can get to, I don't know, like level 100 version of whatever, they're happy and that's okay and it's still fun.
Yeah.
And that just doesn't exist in WoW. So I'm like, my question feels like it's like, okay, well, the devs are damned if they do, damned if they don't. I like that at least there is some choices because there are some things I changed up on my prop paladin and my arcane mage. 1 or 2 talents I said, I'm going to switch that for this. A good example actually is on my mage one, everyone picks Glimmer, which is like allows you to blink while you're spellcasting. But I choose Icy Flows instead because I can just like choose where I want to look and how I want to move. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, Shimmer.
And
I will say the left side of the tree with utilities, I do switch up and there is like I remember Haywire was looking, it was like, dude, you take camouflage instead of the thing that just makes you faster. I was like, I just like having an option to camo.
Oh my God.
Like, even though it's not recommended, like things that aren't performance tied, you can still have fun with. Which
when
I
I play
like.
Mage, I don't take decurs because I don't want any kind of accountability.
When you have to take decurs, you fucking idiot. Like,
Nobody. The only place people take decurs for mages is like Theater of Pain, I think, or something. And because I was,
well,
I know
obviously you
Frank
don't need it.
probably
Like,
takes
that's
it in
fine,
everyone, but like I was looking at all the Warcraft logs at the top 100 and seeing where they take decurs, and there was like only one dungeon that people actually take it.
The Theater of Pain is one of them.
Yeah. Well, whatever. It's
you
just
don't have to if you run with me anyway, because I can remove magic.
I mean,
checks.
I don't take it at all
Magic is not
because
cursed,
I don't. Yeah, that's different.
Oh, well, you can decurse. What in Theater of Pain do you decurse? The DMRage, right?
No.
I mix up decurse and DMRage. Go back. Let's go back to that debate about how they need to.
Okay. Anyways,
homogenize.
Right, we got to keep moving because
debuffs.
while I want to give everyone a bonus long episode because of what do you call it? Maintenance this week.
Because the long maintenance tomorrow.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be hopefully watching this on
today.
Tuesday. But anyways,
or whenever.
The next question. As the same thing that's happened as a result of Mop Classic releasing is tanks have vengeance in Mop Classic, which makes them do stupid DPS, okay? Is tank DPS too low?
Yes.
He's a tank.
100%. 100% it is.
Why?
Dude.
What's the problem that's created by this?
The problem is holding aggro.
Okay. But that's not necessarily a result of, you could change that without having to change the damage. Is that fair?
No, you can, but it's still like if they actually increase the amount of aggro I generate or the amount of threat I generate,
which was a blood DK
I'd be happy
problem.
with. Yeah, I'd be happy with
that.
Which,
by the way, blood DK you did the most damage on.
Yeah, well, the problem really is I think Brewmaster had a bigger issue, and maybe one of the other tanks, but I think that with the way that, like, when you play your Arcane Mage and you touch the mob that I'm not generating a huge amount of threat on, I lose aggro, but I'm always on the lookout because I'm used to it now because we played together so much. But like that is it's a painful. Especially if I don't have a taunt.
That's a game mechanic that should be in place, don't you agree?
Yeah, I think all tanks should have some sort of AoE taunt too, but that's a whole different thing.
And I think ultimately, like, if you want to talk about aggro, I think the aggro needs to be reworked altogether, like from the ground up.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
But let's just say for the sake of argument, it's not because of aggro. It's because you want to feel better contributing to the key.
Yeah, I think when you do a high amount of damage as a tank, you feel like you're contributing more to be able to time that key. But I think that's same for healers too. Like if you're a healer and you're pumping, like IO probably does pretty well on his paladin, and when he's pumping, he's probably feeling like, oh yeah, I'm helping us time that key. I hope that's what he's thinking. I don't know, but like that's the fun part is, you're not only doing a support role, you're also contributing to being able to time that key.
Part of me thinks like, yes, but you could tune the damage checks to worry about that, right? Because like, for example, let's say we just doubled tank's damage right now, right? We gave in to what Dorky and all the other tanks are calling for. And okay, well, all that means is that now we're doing 25s instead of 22s, right?
Yeah.
But here's the problem I'm worried about. Not that this would happen because I think Vengeance solved this problem by not allowing everyone to tank and then do as much DPS. But if I'm doing as much DPS as a DPSer when I'm tanking, right?
Yeah, just take 4 tanks. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Well, no, because the theory is you wouldn't be able to, like, you'd like a warrior has to have rage to be able to DPS, right? So you could theoretically solve that problem, but it could be a scenario we take 2 tanks and 2 DPS, right?
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like what problem are we solving for here by giving the 2 tanks more damage?
Their little butt hurtsness that they don't have a high meter.
If the tanks are doing as much damage as a DPS, now if you're on the same level, right? Because there's some bad DPS out there.
Yeah.
That
Let's assume that they're playing their best.
Yeah, assume they're playing the same level. Then that's bad. That's not good. That's not good for the game.
Where is
a lot
it
of
good?
pressure on the tank because like they have to be doing their rotation perfectly to get that high DPS, but also doing so much more. It's like I feel like people will play tank even less than they are now, and that's already a huge problem.
No, I think I mean that is a problem.
Their argument is that this would solve that by people wanting to play it more because they can do DPS.
And no, I feel like that would put more pressure on me. Like I also have to be doing high DPS while doing so much extra shit.
Yeah.
Well, with a lot of the tanks, just doing your normal stuff is what gets you a lot of like my blood decay.
Well, tank rotation is like extremely simple. Also, like DPS rotation compared to like
hold on. Let's not get carried away.
I mean, I've only played like bear tank and warrior tank and not seriously, but
bear
like
tank. Bear tank 100% is easy. I love it and I think it's great, but it is so easy and it helps you focus in on so much other stuff. And that's what I like about it, right? But like blood decay is hard. Brewmaster is hard, right? And they're not super simple and straightforward. And
it will mean death if you don't get it right.
Right. If you screw up, you're gonna die. And then you're gonna wipe everybody, right? But my issue is if a tank is doing as much DPS as a DPS, then you're skewing. I don't know. I feel like you're skewing the role of the DPS, and you're not making it. Like I want DPS. Like DPS's job is to go out there and do as much damage as possible, and be able to help time those keys because of the damage and the utility you bring as a DPS. But mostly because I want you to be pumping. Like we bring Frank to keys because his arcane mage, it does all right.
All right. I mean, I beat him a couple times. So.
Yep. I knew I wasn't getting a second compliment out of you today.
No. Hell no. But it was a 1-2.
Yeah, it was a 1-2. But I wouldn't want the tanks doing as much damage as a DPS, even the bad DPSs.
I mean, I hope they're not arguing for them to do as much as a DPS, but I mean, if you just give them a little bump up, like so they contribute
but then
more.
Where would they be
pressure.
happy? That's my problem. Is like
I don't think this is solving a problem.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a problem.
Like I said,
what's the problem? You're not doing 28s instead of 25s.
My happiness is based on the ability to maintain threat. That's it.
Yeah.
And if they fix that problem, if they fix that problem, then I don't care. Like
I think every class should have like a misdirect kind of mechanic. It doesn't have to work exactly the same, but just some way to say like I'm about to explode and I need to I need to help the tank out. Yeah, literally.
You just bring an AUG evoker and they could reduce your threat.
Yeah. Like I just think it's a good mechanic for DPS to have to manage. Like that it should be spread across more classes.
Like as a tank, I want the DPS to be able to just blast. But as you guys know, when Frank just blasts and I don't have aggro on anything, I get mad, but it just causes so many issues. And
there's a difference though between grabbing threat on the first, let's say 5 seconds of the pool versus grabbing threat 20 seconds in.
Oh yeah, that's a different problem, but it's either way. I know now better that like there are certain things that last for seconds and you got to send if you're going to send, and if you don't, then you just miss out, right?
Well, on top of that, if we also better communicate with a skull target or whatever, that should theoretically solve the problem.
Well, the skull changes. I don't know who changes it. Haywire.
Yeah, we're gonna erase all those weak auras when we get into the next season. By the way,
I deleted mine because I'm not tanking anymore.
Dude, I still have like the Among Us weak aura. I never delete weak auras.
Oh my gosh, I reset every season, man. All my stuff. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. Sorry.
Io, any thoughts?
I don't tank, so I don't have much to say.
You don't give a shit.
Okay, well, fuck.
No, I like what I said was like, what problem are we solving for here? Because their argument is if people can DPS more as a tank, they'll be more likely to tank because they feel like they're contributing. But like, there's 2 problems that I think are going to crop up as a result of this. One is if I'm doing super big pulls in dungeons that I have to, like, 20s or whatever to be able to time them, and I'm theoretically doing as much damage as the DPS, I'm not really going to solve a problem for gaining tanks. I'm just going to upset all the DPS, right?
I think they're out of touch for why people aren't playing tank. I mean, I know why I don't want to play tank is because I don't want the extra responsibility of like
routing,
knowing all the stuff. And it's like, okay, so now you have even more responsibility on your plate. Like, I think it'll make, especially if the meta becomes you need 2 tanks. Like, what the fuck?
Which by the way, will then make it even more of a hard.
Yeah, they're out of touch with what the problem is.
I do agree with that. I think like for me too, like I would. It doesn't really matter how much damage a tank does. I don't really want to have to worry about keeping up with routes or worrying about if I'm going to do the right route for the group I'm with or anything like that. So,
yeah. I think at the high end level, they have different ways of handling those problems, and so therefore, it's irrelevant to them. But they don't comprehend that this is still a problem, right? For especially pugs, right? The thing I'm going back to this idea of it's already tough enough to be a tank. I'm advocating right now for they need to make a Dungeon Journal 2.0. The MDT tool, the route planning tools, and being able to see what not only all the bosses do, which they do right now through the journal tool, but also what every trash mob does, that needs to be built into the game.
MDT would be an awesome add-on to put into the game.
It is insane that they don't have that built into the game.
After they're done with the Cooldown Manager, after they're done with the Cooldown Manager, they'll get to that.
Yeah.
I think I haven't even thought about that being an awesome thing to put in the game, but like that would be so good.
Yeah.
But anyways, MDT already does it though.
Okay, so
doesn't
it? We already have freaking Hikili. What do we need one button for?
I do agree though. I think that the problem is people are not wanting to do tanking because they're scared. They're anxious about the idea of
they just want to chill,
anxiety.
Dude.
Yeah. I hear about it all the time.
Yeah, like look at all the anxiety of just not being able to talk to someone in Discord. Of course people are going to have anxiety about getting the responsibility of wearing the crown on their head.
It's hard, man.
I think the pug tanks are people who need more anxiety because like having that DK roll into your key confidently, do the first pull and then leave. It's like, dude, you should feel worse about that.
Well, it's because they watch the top end gamers on Twitch and say, oh, this is what they do. I have to do the same. And it's like, no, you need to know your limits. Anyways, okay. All right, we're at 2 hours 16. I feel like that's enough for a bonus episode, right? We'll save everything else for another. We'll save it for another time.
Okay.
All right. All right. Well, that's episode 53. Any last thoughts? Any last words?
Nope.
I'm tired.
Looking's been going for a while. Well, then we will leave it at that. Happy patch day to everyone. Happy 11.2. We will see everyone in game. We will probably not have an episode next week. As I'm moving, I might not even be able to raid, but I'm going to try to work that part out. We will be streaming a lot more, so twitch.tv/MDLFrank, twitch.tv, what's yours, Lithian? Lithian MDL?
Yes, maybe.
Because you annoy me with your putting the MDL at the end.
Yes, that's true.
Scrap, do you ever plan on streaming?
Maybe.
I ask you, are you going to stream your level up campaign?
I might. I don't know. I don't remember what the UI is though, or the URL is though. So
we'll just put it in the description.
Well, we'll talk about it next week when we're actually doing it.
Yeah, that's fine.
But we appreciate everyone for watching, and we will hopefully have a episode, if not next week, the week after. Until then,
bracelet.
Attitude is not on me.
I feel so left out. Until then, have a good night, and we'll see everyone in 11.2.
See ya.
Bye.